Good luck in, folks. This week's guest is a fellow YouTuber. He's been suffering some mental issues over the past couple of years, culminating in a bit of an episode where he deleted his channel, where he was almost at 100,000 subs. So he's back and he's pretty much starting afresh. This conversation involves some pretty full-on and frank discussions about mental health, men's mental health in particular. Dan was very open about what he's been going through and his life up until this point. Despite the topic, I enjoyed this chat, folks. We cover just about everything, I think. There's chats about religion, there's chats about politics, everything you're told you shouldn't discuss. We have a stab at it. Definitely not one for the younger ears, but I hope you enjoy this one. I really do. Folks, English Biker Dan.
Down in the dirt.
How we doing?
Hey, hello, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, Bruce. You?
Yeah, all good, pal. All good. It's looking lovely behind you. Is that home office?
Yeah, this is my little home office. I've got look at that, 3 monitors. Isn't that ridiculous?
Blimey.
So I've got,
How do you find that for editing? Do you find that like advantageous for editing?
I only use this screen, this one here, for editing. That's Sophie's computer gaming machine. Right. That's my gaming machine, and that's that's the MacBook where I do all my. So we play
living the dream, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome, dude. How you keep?
Yeah, I've thought about getting the old, the big massive screens for the editing
curved ones. I fancy those.
Yeah,
they're a lot of money though.
Yeah, and that's what I keep thinking. Like the amount of money it's going to cost to get them. I was like, will it be that good? I know TMS got one and he loves it. He swears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, are you all right just to crack on, get straight into it?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Yeah, do it.
Lovely job. Right, folks, welcome back to Bru Time. We've got Dan, English Biker Dan.
Hello.
Hello, bud. First questions first, mate. Well, let's not beat about the bush. How you doing?
Better than I was, that's for sure. Yeah. We're getting there.
Good man. Very. Everyone says it. Very brave of you to come out and to share it with people the way you have about what you were going through. And I mean, geez, you've done at least one, if not a couple of vids on this, but. I mean, you literally deleted your whole channel. You're having a let's go right back into it, will we? And we'll just explain it to people. Some people might not be aware of your situation or whatever's going on. What's happened over the last year or so, Paul?
So I lost my nephew back in early May last year. He was only 8 months old. He had something called Costello syndrome, which is essentially, it's a syndrome. It only affects 1 in 300,000 babies, so it's very, very rare. And it's my brother's little boy and his wife. Not wives. God, we're making light of it already. And, that's bad enough. And that sort of really hit. And then my dad, a week later, I'd literally just landed in Montenegro for a week of touring. And I got the call and I just couldn't believe it. And it was from my brother who called me, who'd lost his son a week before. So, that's who I feel bad for my brother who's lost, his son and then his dad, or our dad, but awful.
Yeah.
Tough times, to be fair. Tough times.
I can't imagine.
You lost your mum, didn't you?
I did, but there's almost like a bit of grace with it. When my mum had cancer, she'd been fighting cancer for 10 years, I think. By the time it actually got her, it's 13 years. So even in that last time that she was going through it and she wasn't responding to treatment, I had time with her. Even though at the time I didn't realise that was it. I still thought she would get over it. But even once she went to the hospice and we were told that's it, we had some time just to sort of, I don't know. I mean, it still comes as a shock, but you've got time to sort of kind of prepare as best as you can. When something's out the blue like that, it's just...
I don't know what's worse, because if you've got time for it, do you grieve beforehand? I've heard that people will say they do. They grieve a lot beforehand.
Yeah. I didn't. I didn't. I literally was the ostrich head in the sand. Just, it's not happening. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then it did. And even then, I didn't deal with that grief. I didn't deal with that grief until last year when I had some lads on the podcast. Yeah, they've got a channel called Riding Through Grief. There's these two chaps who both lost their wives within a year of each other. They both lost their wives to cancer, to long-term illness. And they didn't know each other. Just this one guy lost his wife. He started this channel up, and this other chap, turns out, didn't live too far from him. They had a lot of similar interests. They got chatting via this YouTube channel and, just hit it off. So they kind of both are now this Riding Through Grief channel. And I had them on the podcast, and I'd never vocalized much of what was going on in my head about my mum. And just doing it on that, I bawled my eyes out for 3 hours, but it really, really helped me. And I can talk about my mum now without welling up and just, oh shit, what am I going to do?
Sounds like that needed to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know if I would have been ready for it until then. Because people had said to me, go and speak to, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But it took a while. And, all I can say is eventually, once I did, although, they weren't professionals, they were just two blokes I'd only just met through the podcast.
Sometimes that's easier, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It really, really did help me personally. Yeah, massively. Yeah. So as a result of that, you had some pretty dark times.
Yes. So I've battled with mental health stuff all my life, if I'm honest. And it's only as an adult that I've started to kind of realise that it might not just be that. There's other stuff going on that also is prevalent throughout the rest of my family. But I kind of just was like, no, you're not different, Dan. Just get on with it. And all through school, doesn't pay attention, fidgets, is all over the place. And I always assumed it's just me. I'm not good enough. I'm this, that, or the other. ADHD runs in my family. We're pretty sure that's what I've got. Autism runs in my family. Maybe that's something I've got. I don't know. But then I don't want to label it either. I am who I am, regardless of these potential things. I've got no professional diagnosis yet. That's ongoing. But we're here. We're just trying to get through it and live our lives, Bruce.
What else can you do, Paul?
Not much.
That's it, isn't it?
Even if they say to me tomorrow, Dan, you have got ADHD. We're 99% sure I've got that anyway. And you've got autism. What does that really change? I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to react the same way that I do. Okay, I might be able to get some different help, but I'm trying to just crack on. But admitting I've got issues is the first sort of step, really. Yeah.
How has the outreach been through your? Obviously, you had the channel. You had English Biker Dan. You've been doing that for a long time. You were almost at 100,000 subs. Literally, I remember you DMing me, I don't know, a month before you deleted your channel. And it was like, what's it like once you hit 100? Is it any different? And the next thing, you had an episode and you just deleted the channel.
Yeah. God, that was a bad day. I remember it very well. Stupidly, right, I was trying to change a tyre at home on a bike. And my mate Ed, if you're watching, Ed, you were right. He said, don't try it, mate. It's really... Have you ever tried to do it, Bruce?
No, because I know what I'm like. I would smash the bike to bits.
So got the wheels off. That in itself was a real pain, because I was like, right, I've got the tools. Went to do the front thing. Don't have an axle nut tool. Have to go and buy one of those from Sports Bike Shop. Luckily, I've got one of those down the road. Went down there. This is all on the same day. Right, got that. Didn't have the right massive socket for the rear nut. Had to go and get one of those. So I'm knackered, right? I've not eaten breakfast. I haven't taken my medication for about 3 months. We'll get into that later. That keep me a bit sane, So I'm already like afraid not. And I got sent this thing called a Rabiconda. Now, I want to say this is no fault of the product. This is the user, not the product. So I'm there trying to get the tyres off. And my mate Ed said, don't do it. It's really, really difficult. I was like, what do you know? I watched the video, product video. It looks really easy. I was literally soaking wet with sweat. 4.5 hours later, I'd done the rear, right? 4.5. I am literally shaking. I'm pale. And at that point, I should have just said, do you know what? I've done one tyre. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But I thought, no, I'm on a roll. I'm going to do the front as well. Got the front off really, really easily. Putting the front on, the new front tyre, I ripped the tyre. Now, everybody told me, you cannot rip a tyre because of the cord. I ripped it. I completely ripped it. Just trying to flip and get this thing on. I was literally using every bit of, I was on pure adrenaline and rage at that point. And I ripped the tyre and I saw the tyre. I've been sent, this is the other thing. I've been sent this tyre changer. I've been sent these tyres, right? So I'm under pressure to deliver content for this brand, right? You know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
I've already taken on way too much over the past 12 months. I'm stressed out and I'm like, no, I need to get this done. And, I ripped the tyre and I was just like, well, that's that. I've got a press bike. I can't, it was the GX, the 1000 GX, which had terrible stock tyres on it. So I was putting some Bridgestones on it so I could actually do a proper review of the bike with different tyres before I send it back to Suzuki. So all these things are just pinch points. And I ripped this tyre and I'm like, well, that's another 170 quid I've got to go and spend for, and I've just, I've got a bike that has only got one tyre.
Yeah.
And it's I'm wheeling all the way to
about 40 quid. Yeah.
Yeah, if that. And I remember it. And it's really weird because how I remember it is I see it from the third person. I walked upstairs, sat at that desk, and I deleted my channel. And it was like, are you sure you want to delete your channel? It's permanent. Yep. Calmly as you like. And then just went back downstairs and fucking cried my eyes out.
Wow.
For about an hour. Yeah. And it wasn't anything about, it wasn't really the bikes. It wasn't really the tyres. I thought it was. I thought the reason I did it now that I can look back is because I thought it was YouTube, but it was me and all the grief I'd gone through. And I didn't grieve because I was on this medication, which just blocked me from grieving. So, a few weeks before I did this tyre thing, I came off cold turkey. Not a good idea.
Yeah.
They say, don't do that. I'm like, oh, I feel great. What are you on about? And then, completely lost the plot. It has happened once before, years ago. And my partner, Sophie, remembers this very, very vividly because she saw an Akrapovic exhaust fly past the window. It was my first integration with a brand. It was a full system for my MT-07. No, for the CB650R, tell a lie. And I was trying to get the baffle out of this thing, and I completely scored down the side of this brand new titanium exhaust, 1,100 quid's worth. And I'd completely fucked it. There was you just could not fix that. And I just lost it, and I launched the thing. And I really broke it at that point. So then I had to spend 1,400 quid buying a new system for what was going to be, a video. The video that actually ended up doing well over 1 million views. But
Jesus, really?
Yeah, it did over 1 million views. Me fitting this exhaust. Obviously, I didn't put me smashing it to bits in. I bought this other exhaust to replace the one I broke.
Hang on, how'd you get 1 million views for fitting an exhaust?
It was the CB650R, which had just come out, and I was the first person in the world to do an exhaust change on it. And it was a real big thing. I don't know if you remember when the CB650R came out in 2019. It was basically a spiritual successor to the Hornet, the old 600 Hornet. And it was like, inline 4, and everyone was raving about it. And I was like, I've got to get one of those because I love the Hornet. So it was luck, really. I got really lucky with timing.
Wow.
And that cost me a few quid. But then in the end, I think that video made me about $6,000. So over 6 years.
Over 6 years, yeah.
What an idiot.
Oh, so where are you at now then? Obviously, you've got the new channel back up and running.
Yes.
Your subs have been flying.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of returning subscribers, if I'm honest. I think it will plateau quite a bit, I think. So I'm not trying to get too excited about the numbers. We're at nearly 19,000 since November. So that's really, really good, And I'd rather have a smaller channel with a more focused set of viewers than a bigger channel, if I'm honest, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got no choice.
It's weird. It's weird though, because you were almost at, sorry, I'll keep bringing this. You were almost at 100K. I'm literally just over 100K. But that kind of doesn't mean anything because it's the core people that watch your channel. You've probably got 5,000 to 10,000 people, I suppose, who will reasonably regularly click and watch your vids. And then out of that, I know out of that, I've probably got 500, maybe 1,000 who will regularly engage in comments, will regularly engage through DMs and emails, and some of them, percentage of them, join my Patreon and the clan. So I have like a one-on-one face relationship with a small percentage of
Yeah.
the. It's weird, isn't it? Everyone pushes for big numbers, but you can't possibly interact with 100,000 people or 200,000 people.
No,
It's just a number
I
at the
don't
end
know.
of the day.
I don't
isn't
know
it?
how to. I mean, even if you imagine 1,000 people in a room, that is a ridiculous amount of people.
Oh, yeah.
So 100,000. It like you say, you can't really relate to them because they're so varied. They're what they want to see, what their tastes are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that's what happened. That's where we went with it. We pressed the nuke button.
So this podcast is powered by Conqueror's Motorcycle Apparel, a biker's clothing shop built by bikers, run by bikers, for people who actually ride. No corporate nonsense, no guessing games, just riders who know their kit inside and out. Walk through the door or jump online and you'll get nothing but 5-star service. The kind where someone actually listens, knows the gear, and won't flog you rubbish just to make a sale. For an independent shop, the range punches well above its weight. Helmets, riding gear, casual wear, and the bits you didn't know you needed until a proper biker pointed them out. And if you're shopping online, here's the kicker. Use Fisters10. Yes, Fisters10 at checkout for 10% off, because good gear should come with a bit of respect. Conqueror's Motorcycle Apparel, built by bikers, backing bikers. You can check out their website at conquerorsapparel.co.uk, or if you're down near St Leonard's on the south coast of England, pop along to the shop, stick your head in and say hello. Has it changed your perspective on
Massive.
on YouTube for you personally, what you want from it and your views on it?
Yeah, I was ready to, I'm done when I deleted my channel. Like that first 2 weeks, I had so much grief for losing all that work. I had 10 years of work, basically, 302 videos, 30 million views or whatever it was. And I was just like, can't believe I did it. I can't believe I let myself get so low that I threw myself under the bus. I don't need anyone else to do it. I did it. But after that, I started to think, do you know what? I think in a way it was my subconscious way trying to protect me, because YouTube was a pinch point for me. It was stress. And I'd made it a job. It was never, ever meant to be a job. And hats off to people like yourself, Bruce, who can do it for a living, because I'm not sure I could full time. Don't think I could do it.
I struggle, mate. I'm struggling. Like, the last couple of years, I've really struggled, because it's just like the views have just disappeared. I hardly get any views on my vids.
Yeah.
But it takes so much time because it's all tour. My stuff is all tour stuff. I'm lucky that I have my tour company and I have Patreon. That is where I get my income from. So all my content, certainly between like April and October, November time, that's just all tours. So and they go back years. I'm working on one at the moment, a Pyrenees trip from 2024, and I've still got all of 2024. And I've brought an editor on to try and help with it, but he's not even produced the first vid yet, and he's had it 2 months, and he's just in awe of the level of work that's involved, because he's not done that before.
Do you film everything?
Do
you film everything when you're riding, like Richie Vida does?
No. I'm on and off throughout the day. So I might have 30 or 40 files from the helmet cam and roughly the same from the cockpit cam. Maybe I don't always switch the cockpit cam on. And then I'll have off-bike stuff like drone, phone, that sort of stuff. And then I'll have that for just about every day of the tour when I'm away. So if you're away for a 7-day tour, that's 7 days of that. But I'll try and group, say, 2 days into one vid. Try and make the vid anywhere from 15 to 25, 30 minutes long. However short I can get it, I'll make it that length. But it does, what it's like when you edit, it's just that once you've laid everything out on the timeline, it's that first run through of just, I don't know how you edit, but the way I edit, once it's all laid out chronologically, I go through it and go, right, I like that bit. This bit could be montage. That's guff. Get rid of that. So that first pass through it is just, okay, there's a bit of vocals there. This could be montage stuff. That could be, but And then from that, I'll sort of figure out what story's being told through that footage. What can I might take something from over here and bring it across here. Take some of that montage from there and bring it and join it into that one. But even that's been a struggle because in my head, the way my head works, I'm thinking, well, that's not how it worked. That's not how the day went. It's got to be chronological.
You want it chronologically, yeah.
But that doesn't always tell the best story. You kind of really have to go with what is the best story.
I can't remember who said it, but they said you basically film something 3 times. You film it in the script, you film it in the film, and then you film it in the... You've got 3 different films, that was it. You've got a script, a version of the film in the script, the one you're shooting, and obviously the version in the edit. There's 3 different films.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but when I'm filming something, sometimes I've got all this planned done. And then when I come to edit it, I'm like, that doesn't fit right. And then it completely, like you say, it goes arse backwards. And then you're kind of like, ugh. But it's whatever works, doesn't it, in the final product, really?
Yeah.
I don't know how you do all that tool stuff, though.
I love it. But when that's all you're doing, it really zapped the fun out of it. I've got to be honest. Like last year,
yeah,
it was the thought of sitting down and editing. It was just, oh God, not again. Jesus.
And I imagine it's
and then every time
yeah.
You're talking. I was actually thinking about I was chatting to someone on the podcast about this. I thought to myself, everyone's always asking me about editing and my process and how I would do it. I thought, why don't I just live stream it? But then I thought, it's going to be 4 or 5 days of 12 hours a day, me just sat there going, play, stop, rewind, play, cut, delete, play, rewind, cut, and it's like, who's going to... But then I thought, well, you could, like on something like this, it would be like a live stream, obviously, and you could just share I'm giving all my secrets away, but you could share your screen and give but there must be people out there doing it already. I haven't even looked at this yet. But then I thought,
people live stream all sorts, don't they? Some weird shit.
They do. Yeah. But it's like, who's going to sit and watch that? And then I suppose people watch people play games and...
Yeah, and that's the same...
Unwrap
presents. It's a little bit more interactive. Yeah. Weird, isn't it? Yeah. But to get back to your question about, has it changed my perspective on YouTube? Yes. YouTube...
Well remembered, Dan.
I'm good at something sometimes. It took over my life. It really did. It was everything I thought about. And it doesn't pay very well. So that was a big mistake. And what I've realized is I need to do the things I love doing. It's all very well. So I love riding bikes, but putting out a review every week isn't why I started YouTube. All the manufacturers are watching this going, right, he's off the list. But I fell into the reviews. It's not why I started. I love filmmaking. I've always loved filmmaking. So I want to tell stories. I've been writing a couple of scripts for motorcycle content. So I've got stuff in the works. I'm not going to promise anything. Yeah, I've actually created a different channel for that stuff, but I'm not sure because it's so different to what I've done before. I don't know if I should just drop it on the English Biker Dan stuff or this other channel which I've created. We'll see. But yeah, filmmaking is what I want to do. Travel and filmmaking.
Wow. I'm not saying this because you've just said it, but I've been thinking to myself, I fancy making a film. Like, I fancy trying to do a film. Just try my hand at it and just see what you can't give away the premise for it. Obviously, I appreciate that. What brought that about then? What brought the love for film about?
I've always been into film ever since I've been a kid, and I think I can blame my dad. He was the kind of guy that would go down to Blockbusters, any Gen Z people be like, what's that? And we'd rent.
If anyone's saying what's Blockbusters, get out.
Get out. Actually, knowing the age of our audience, I know exactly what we'd rent. And my mum would be like, no, he can't watch that film. I remember when Predator came out, the first one, Dad was like, can I get the video? And, it was great with the gore, but I was like, I remember as a kid going, how did they film that? Like, I'm not thinking, oh, look, there's an alien. I'm like, where was the cameraman? Yeah. And I've always had that in mind. My dad was a professional photographer. That's what he did as a job. He worked for the freelance press. He did, got that wrong, didn't I? Freelance press.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, got my words in a mucking fuddle. So he did a lot of work with the Royals. The pictures.
I'm clipping that. Sorry.
So, and he took me to all these weddings to help him. And we did all these shows, and I was just like, oh, I hate photography. And he was like, one day you're going to do it. I was like, no, I'm never doing that. What happened? Got into mine was the video side of it. So before I did the YouTube stuff, I had my own video production company. I think I mentioned this 5 years ago when we did our podcast.
I think you did, yeah.
Did some TV stuff, and I just was like, I'm not enjoying this. It's too much like a grind, for very little money really at the end of the day. But so I've always been into film and filmmaking. But I love bikes, so why not? And that was my original vision for English Biker Dan, which was a terrible name actually when I think about it. But you never think, oh, this channel will do well. You just.
I know.
Originally, I was the English Biker, but then there was another guy called the English Biker. So I changed my name to English Biker Dan. That kind of fits. I'm English. I'm a biker. I'm Dan. Hey, look, I'm a simple guy, right? And the idea was to create all these beautiful cinematic videos. And then I was trying these different things. I thought myself, I can go and ride a bike and complain on camera like Baron von Grumble. I'm going to get millions of views. I got 20 views. And then I did a review on the MT-07 that I had, and that went through the roof. I was like, that's what people want. At that moment, I started chasing numbers, which I think when you're a really small channel, it's really easy to get caught up in that.
All you want to know when you start a YouTube channel is, how do I get the big numbers? And now it's like, how do you get that cumulative? Was it 4,000 hours watch time, 1,000 subs? That's all people want, because they want to start earning ad revenue, because they think, I'm going to be a millionaire.
Yeah, it's not the reality.
And that's the easy way to get your numbers up, is to do bike reviews, because they generate it for sure.
They really do. But I mean, there's a cost. There's a cost to it.
And there's such competition out there. There's so many people just doing bike review.
Even 5 years ago, the landscape was so different. And it's interesting because the kind of cost of admission with brands was a lot higher. And what I mean by that is you had to have a decent channel set up before you'd get a press bike, before you'd get invited. Yeah. Now it seems like you could have a TikTok and do a few like on a bike and you're in, Yeah. And that's not me being bitter. That's just the truth of it. And it can, I suppose I am a little bit bitter, but it can get annoying when you put all this work into it and then somebody else is just getting let in to what was a club you had to work hard to get into before. But then at the same time, there's room for everyone. There really is. Yeah. There really is room for everyone. And it's just different sorts of content. And the PR agencies love all that kind of TikTok trending stuff, but it's very different to what you and I produce, I think.
Of course. And I spoke with a couple of people within the PR agencies who I know well, better than the others. I spoke to them about this right at the start of COVID, because that's when, sort of 2020, I remember seeing things change around 2019-20 time.
Yeah.
I remember seeing exactly what you're just saying, where it went from you needed to have big numbers, views and subs in order to be taken seriously and, work with these PR agencies. Yeah. And then all of a sudden there was people with like 400 subs and 600 views on videos, and they were starting to get it. And it's like, what's going on here? And there was a common denominator amongst a lot of them. They were very easy on the eye, a lot of them. And I remember
they were better looking than us, Bruce, basically.
But exactly what you just said, though, it's jealousy, and it's because if I was a good-looking geezer, or if I was, good-looking woman, of course you're going to maximize. You're going to maximize everything that you possibly have, don't you? I'm a big, fat, old, white geezer with a massive beard and I ride a GS. There's plenty of them out there. So there's my audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I think they would prefer it if I was a good-looking young lass. But I remember speaking to these. I remember speaking to these PR guys, and they said, "Look, we know what your demographic is. We know what other people, exactly what you just said. All of you creators, you bring different elements together, and all they are interested in, the PR, is getting the product out to as big an audience as possible, and the right audience."
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna utilize everything, and the way I look at it now, taking me a while to get over the jealousy side of it, is that, well, do you know what? I know certainly if you go to your TikToks and your Instagram, sort of those sort of content creators who either play on the sexual side of it, or it's just this neurotic content, just lots of different shots, and they're really well shot and really well edited. But there's no substance to it. It's just, it looks good. It looks good and it engages you. That now makes me go, but you know what? Actually, I need to up my game here because they're doing it and they're getting really good results. So if you want those results, you need to up your game and not necessarily do exactly the same as that style, but okay, I need to think of something that's a bit different to what I have been doing, and just so I'm kind of enjoying it at the moment, just trying little bits, like different edits and just different little wee things, simple things like in all the shorts and the reels that I'm doing at the moment. Try and change the text a little bit or where the text is, just simple things to see, right, what works best here. Nothing yet, but still waiting for that.
It is, you've just got to play around with things. And I used to be terrified of, changing the format. I used to reel off the tech specs of every bike at the beginning of the video. And now I've kind of thought, well, people like that. But this new channel I've got, which I'm calling sort of English Biker Dan 2.0, I'm not going to do that anymore because that doesn't, what I used to notice is the retention would just go, as soon as I start going, oh, right, it's got this kind of engine. What you can do is naturally bring that into the conversation. So if I'm talking about the engine, its performance, then you can go, oh, you can sort of mention the power and the torque figures if you want to. Yeah. But and it's made me rethink everything. Like actually, I've been filming like today and yesterday on the 10RA 700, which is not really in my wheelhouse at all. But for the first time, I've gone, right, before I even rode the bike, I was like, what's the hook for this video? So I've really been, looking at how to up my game. And like you said, all these different people force you into that. And I do think competition breeds success because you've got to adapt or, it's adapt or die. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. You can be stubborn about it. And I kind of have been very stubborn about it, where you just keep churning out the same old content, but you've just got to try stuff. I've got to admit, in my long form content, I don't think that's changed much. Just little subtle differences that a couple of people have noted in the edit, but most people don't notice that. But it's things like thumbnails, your thumbnail style and your title.
They have a flavour that's sort of you, won't they?
Yeah. What about AI? Are you utilising AI much at the moment?
Loads of AI. And I'm kind of having mixed success. So I use it a lot for my job as well. I work in IT, so AI has been fantastic.
As always, a huge shout out to all of you over in the clan, over on Patreon, patreon.com/TeapotOne. I keep saying this, folks, but literally I could not do this without your support. The YouTube millions certainly are avoiding me. So with people like you over in the clan, my tours, this podcast, merch, everything like that, that's what allows me to keep a roof over our heads. And we've built a pretty special little community there in the clan. We do rides throughout the year. We do some live streams. There's meetups. Check it out. Patreon.com/TeapotOne. See if it's your thing. You also get early access to my chicken strips tours, and you get first preference for the questions in this podcast. So thank you very much to all of you that get involved there. As always, if you're enjoying the podcast, tell a mate. Just tell them about it, share it, liking, subscribing, commenting, whether it's on the socials, the YouTube vids, or on the podcast platform, wherever it is that you listen. That really does have such a positive impact now on the algorithms and all these different platforms. That is what they respond to. So if you're enjoying it, please just engage, give us a comment, a like, a share. Let people know about Bru Time. Right, enough of that. Let's crack on with the chat.
I actually did an AI thing yesterday and I was like, and it's so clever now. Like Google Gemini is the one I use. I was using ChatGPT, but the whole, them buying up all the RAM is just really getting my goat. Like 70% of the world's RAM is going to go to AI for the next few years. And that just, the RAM prices have gone through the roof, and graphics cards and everything else to do with computers will go through the roof. I'm on a rant now, Bruce. You've started
buy
me
Apple, mate. Buy an Apple. Buy Apple. Don't need to worry about any of that.
Well, it's because of my work, you see. Like, we have to use Windows for a lot of stuff. But hey, I use a MacBook for editing because it's just life-changing.
Do you?
Yeah, I did use that PC there. That one first, that one. And as soon as I went to a MacBook, I was like, oh my God, this is so much easier to edit on. It's fantastic. Yeah. It's just like this flow. It's like a creative flow, you know. But AI, yes, I use it to brainstorm ideas. I go, right, I've got this idea for a video. And sometimes it is a little bit over eager to just agree with you. So, for example, I noticed, I've got this great idea for a video series. This is what it is. Great idea, Dan. You should do that. And then I'll go, actually, I've decided that this idea is better. Yeah, Dan, that's
You're
great.
right on the money. You're right on the money, Dan. Good idea.
And you're assuming it's got intelligence. It has no intelligence. All it does is based on what word was preceding, and it works out from a massive language model what word it thinks you want to see next. There's no intelligence to it at all.
Oh, good. I've been using it loads.
Loads. Think of it as a tool. It's like, you know, a camera or a tripod. It's a tool in your tool belt. It's great for certain things, but it's not great for other things. Like my mum used it for counselling for a bit, and I was like, and then she was like, "Oh, I've been speaking to Mr. AI man today," and I was like, "Oh, we need to get that stopped."
Yeah. Before it's your best friend before you know it.
Yeah, it's quite scary.
Yeah, I was using it for things like just trying to speed up my production process, particularly with the podcast. So it would be things like, you know, you can generate a transcript nice and quick now. You know, a 3-hour long podcast, I can just whack it in there, generates a transcript for me, and then I can paste that transcript into Chat GTP, as I kept calling it before. But,
yeah, a lot of people say that. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever one it is. I'd post it in there and then ask it to generate, you know, the chapter markers. Just nice to
That's really cool, though. Yeah.
And it does it. It's brilliant. And then I'll be working my way through stuff, and then I'll note, like, say I'm generating a compilation clip, you know, the first reel I do for these podcasts, for the socials. That's generally a compilation clip just to try and tease people in. And then all the ones after that are specific sections through it. But I'll note that, hang on a minute, that doesn't correspond to the chapter marker it's got. So I said to Chat G, whatever it is, the other day, and I was like, "You've just lied to me, because they don't line up." And it just goes, "Yeah, sorry, you caught me. I can't actually do that unless you give it this specific file, you know, a timestamp file." And I was like, "How many vids have I done where I've just you just go, okay, that's what it is."
Yeah, you've got to really check it. You've got to sort of make sure you're checking it. Crazy times, but it is useful. It is useful as a tool for sure. Yeah.
I've kind of used it. If I do any non-tour stuff, I'll run the idea by it. So I'll say I want to do a vid on, I don't know, like the Action 5 camera. I'll tell you what, I've got one coming out soon. I'm filming soon. It's like 36,000 mile owner's review of the GS 1300. So you put that in, and I'll give it its due. It comes up with a cracking plan, you know, like tackle this. And as you said, if you read through it and go, I don't quite like that, you alter things or add things, get it to run through that again, and it seems to do a really good job. Good job. Yeah. I used it for the 50-odd thousand mile owner review of the 1250 GS, and I asked it for hints and tips for filming sequences, you know, like rather than just sat on a bike or sat in the office. And it would come up with all these different sort of ideas. And I utilised that in that vid. And that vid went down really well. Like the feedback in the comments was like, "I really love the way you've done that, and it's great." And it's like, fucking hell, bloody AI told me to do all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it can help, can't it? It's anything. But you've still had to go out there and do the stuff, and, you know, it's not going to solve all the problems, is it? I started using Google Gemini because I said, I'm English Biker Dan, and this is my channel. I didn't give it any links. Said my latest video has been struggling, you know, and it literally went off, connected to YouTube, asked me permission, looked at my video, told me, when you said this, you should have done that. I'm like, what the hell? It actually interrogates the video for you and shows you the Google data, where your retentions are, where people stop looking at it, where people click off, where people might click ads. So it can be. That's why I started using Google Gemini. Because it just seems to be more, because it's Google, it's integrated into YouTube, and I just find it a little bit easier to use. But it has given me some duff information before as well. Like, what was it saying? I asked for it for this hook for the Tenere video. I already had the hook in mind, but I was like, you know, is there anything else? And it was like, you know, it's got a triple, a 900cc triple engine. I'm like, What?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. And I was like, no, it doesn't. He goes, oh, good spot. I was like, yeah, good spot.
Yeah, you got to
Okay.
check its homework for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, dude, how about we crack on and get some questions done, because there's a lot of questions for us to
Really? I'll do
batter
it,
through here.
Mm.
Right, cool. Lovely job. So first off, we'll head across to the clan over at Patreon, patreon.com/TeapotOne. First one, Mr. Fish. How you doing, John?
Hey, Johnny.
Not a question, a thank you. This is to you as well, Bruce, but you know I love you. Anyway, sorry about the GS reel. Oh, have you seen these reels that Fish has
His
been
little
doing?
call centre things, it's very funny.
Call centre ones, yeah. Cheers,
Genius.
John. Thanks, pal.
Really fun.
Yeah. The reality of life and men's health is not cool, especially as bikers. So I just want to say, Dan, sorry for your downs and losses. It takes a real man to both recognise the problems and also do something about them. You're tougher than you ever think. Love you, brother. And you know I'm on the end of the phone if you need anything.
Ah, bless him.
Love you, Fish.
He's a good egg, isn't he?
Top man. Cheers. Cheers, John. Good lad. Right. Next one, Sam Vincent. Oh, God. Right. Nice. What a
This
legend. I guess you've talked about the channel reset in length, so I'll spare you another question on it. All I'll say is I'm happy you've done what's right for you. My question for Dan, what's your favourite model you've built today and any dream ones you yet to get your hands on?
Oh, God, he's leaning into the I'm a real nerd and make plastic models. I think that's what he means,
Yeah,
isn't
but
it? My other passion.
Of course, well, unless you've been doing other types of model, Dan, I don't know.
Well, that's for only Dan's, not for this.
Yeah, that's another channel.
I'm literally looking at a stack I've bought that I think so. I've got this hobby. I make Airfix kits. I'll give you that. I can literally reach out. Lots of kits, mainly World War II aircraft, but I have stuff like this. I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool?
Honda NSR 500.
500. Yeah. I mean, I've got. So this was during lockdown that I started this up again. I hadn't done it since I was a kid. And yeah, we're going to go off on a tangent here, but I love them.
No, feel free.
And, you know, they take a while to make. I've got 400 kits that I haven't made.
That you
So I went
haven't
out-
made.
Yeah, since 2020, I've approved 400 kits. I'm like, oh, that's a limited edition kit. I better buy 2 of those just in case it's worth something one day. Oh, it's a disease, I swear to God. But I think that's part of the hobby for me is collecting. But this little, where is it?
The
That's
cabinet.
my model. Right, I'm going to bore you all to tears now. I'll show you my
Sam,
last one.
you asked. You asked, Sam.
This is Sam's. Sorry.
Right, he's opening his display cabinet, folks. If you're just listening,
Please don't drop it down.
it's glass as well. So if you hear a smash,
Right, I'll show you the bike first because, you know, that's topical, isn't it? So I built this a couple of years ago. It's a CB750,
gotcha.
made by Tamiya. And yeah, so if you notice, actually, this is the new 1300 colours, the CB1000F, isn't it?
You're proper
Classic colours.
geeking out on this,
I
aren't
am.
you? You're
I love
proper
this.
geeking out.
Sam, oh, thank you. So yeah, love the bike model. But I think my favourite is...
Are they? Have you painted that then, or are they
Yeah, so
decals?
It's literally a kit. Sorry, everyone. No, not sorry.
Don't
But this is how
apologise.
they-
It's you.
This is how
It's
they
you.
come. Literally,
Yep. I remember
You
them
know.
when I was like 8,
Yeah.
Dan. I remember these.
and then I haven't matured past 5, okay? And then, you know, I painted that and it's all, you know, like weathering effects and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, but my favourite is aircraft. This is the last one I made. This is an F-16 Fighting Falcon.
Oh, no, that is cool. I'm
And,
nearly
you know,
50, but that is cool.
You know, you got to, I won't show you now, but I've painted all the buttons for the dash and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm a proper nerd. Favourite
Now,
model
if that
has
was
got
me,
to be-
see that cockpit would all be covered in glue, like glue fingerprints
Yeah.
all over it.
Mine used to look like a ball of glue with like wings attached to them. But yeah,
Did you have a radio control planes when you were a kid?
Oh, mate, you're really hitting me with the questions.
I had
not
them.
not
I
as
had a
a
radio
kid.
control plane.
Not as a kid, but as an adult in my 20s, I got into radio control helicopters
Yeah.
and I flew them semi-professionally. There's competitions for it. I kid you not. So, like, you could hover them upside down, mow the grass,
Yeah.
all sorts. Honestly, Google it. And I actually got into producing event videos for the helicopter. It's funny, isn't it? Every hobby I have, I end up doing videos for it. Yeah,
doing the videos for it. Yeah.
I had a YouTube channel. Did it all, mate.
They were proper hard to fly in the day. And like I knew helicopter pilots that said it was actually harder to fly a radio control helicopter than it was to fly a real one. Yeah,
because in a real helicopter, you're always facing the same direction. So the controls are always the same. In a radio control helicopter, when the helicopter's facing you, the controls are backwards. When the helicopter's facing you and upside down, they're backwards on 2 axes.
Yeah.
So it takes ages for your brain to get it.
And you're constantly having, it's like all micro adjustments, isn't it?
The tiniest little adjustments. Yeah. It took me about a year to learn how to just stable hover a helicopter because they're so twitchy. And then the funny thing is, you take all this time to learn how to hover a helicopter completely still, then you never do that again because you want the helicopter to be flying around like a mad thing.
Yeah.
Quite funny.
See, all you youngins with your DJI drones now, you don't know how easy you got it now.
That is so easy.
Well, it is, isn't it? You just take your fingers off it and the thing just hovers in place. So.
I bought the first Mavic Mini, and I gave the controls to my partner, Sophie. She'd never flown anything. Instantly, she's zipping around, and she's like, "Yeah, that's brilliant." Couldn't do that with a radio control helicopter. But to answer Sam's question, because I have gone off the rails a bit.
I forgot about the question.
Yeah, my favourite model's got to be a Spitfire, classic. I've built 30 of them, and I've got another 100 of them to build, at least.
Have you ever been in a real one?
Never, but I want to do it. There's I nearly said hospital. No, not hospital. Airport. That's the word. Airport down the road. I'm not even drunk. Look, I'm on the 0% stuff, but it's. I'm off on one. Sam's just excited me with all the model chat.
Yeah, he's lost it.
No, but I would love to go in a Spitfire, and there's an airport down the road where they do the Spitfire flights. Fantastic. I see them flying over all the time. It's about $3,000.
About $5,000. Yeah. $5,000 for about 4 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, per minute. Yeah, but it looks fantastic. It does look fantastic, and I can't wait to do it. Yeah,
we're lucky. We've got Headcorn Aerodrome down the road almost from us. So they do those experiences from there. I'm Biggin Hill, but I don't think Biggin Hill does it much anymore. But I know Headcorn does it. So like during the summer, spring and summer, we have the Spitfires flying over the house here.
It's and the sound of that engine is just
it's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, it's glorious. Thank you, Sam.
What was your favourite one? Which one? Oh, Spitfire.
Spitfire, yeah, that's my favourite model. Yeah.
I always wanted, when I was flying radio control planes, I always wanted the Messerschmitt ME-109. That's what I wanted.
What a plane. I've got a model of that as well, if you want me. I won't know it. Probably nerding out here.
Oh,
I've just lost 500 subscribers.
Yeah. You might have gained 500 as well.
I do have a YouTube channel for it.
Do you? What, for building the kits?
Yeah.
Go on, plug it. What is it?
Sprue Therapy. I started it during lockdown, and I quickly sort of realised this is becoming like a job now, making a model, filming it all. It was a pain in the arse, if I'm honest. But I've got a few videos out there, and kind of I'm done with it. But yeah, if you want to see my process, go and watch a video on Sprue Therapy.
Is that Sprue, S-P-R-U or S-P-R-E-W?
S-P-R-U-E, because that's what the models come on. They're called sprues.
Obviously done.
For any women watching, they've just gone so dry, haven't they?
God, I'm not commenting on that. It says, Bruce, I miss you. Let me know when you want to make trouser mess on the Super Duke. Oh, yes, please. That 1390 Super Duke.
What a bike.
Sam, I've had my GS all tweaked. I've had it mapped, and obviously it's got the full system on it and a few other bits and bobs. Why don't we do a bike swap? Just not forever, just for the day. You take mine out, I'll take yours out. We'll see.
I mean, that's content right there, isn't it? I can hear his voice now. What is this?
Yeah, bored.
Yeah, bored. Why is it not wheeling everywhere?
It does, allegedly. Right, cheers for that, Sam. Thank you very much. Next one, Patrick Collum.
Good morning, maybe, or evening. Maybe a little repetition in this question to what have come before. However, here goes if not. Did you, Dan, find deleting your channel on YouTube a seminal moment? I used to chat regularly with someone who was a social media star, very different genre to motorcycles, but they stopped their channel on YouTube, Instagram, as well as Twitter when they felt it defined their whole life at times. And sadly, now they've become much more reclusive. But if they're happy, I'm happy. Discuss.
Ooh, seminal. Now there's a word. 2 meanings.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean the one you're thinking of.
Seminal fluid.
Although,
I had to say it. Yeah, well, cathartic, seminal. After the 2 weeks was up, I found it. I was relieved. Nothing to do with seminal stuff there. No, I just, it was like a weight had been lifted. You know, I felt like, no, I've taken back control over what I want, because what I found with the old channel is because I started it not knowing where it was going. So I did everything, you know, I was like, oh, follow that trend. Oh, this person's doing that. Compare my channel to that person. I compared myself to you, Bruce, to Kate, to Shopsy, to TMF. It's not healthy. And then, you know, deleting it, I'm like, well, this is a real opportunity for me to go, do you know what? I'm starting from fresh. Do what I want to do. So in that sense, yeah, it's been a real eye-opener that I was doing so much stuff that I didn't really want to do, but felt I had to do. I felt the pressure. You know, I've got to get to 100,000. I've got to get there. And the closer I got to it, the unhappier I felt. It's a real cliche, but that's honestly how I felt about the whole thing. I'm happy. I was happier to get 1,000 subs on my new channel. I was way happier.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how it's been for me, because like I just wanted to hit 100K just because it's there, and it's like you want that self-validation. You just want the self-validation. Okay, right, I've got to 100K.
We're all human.
But then once I've got to 100K, it's just like, okay,
now what?
Fine. All right. And I mean, my channel's hardly grown since I hit that. It's just.
I see you have your little plaque there. It does look nice.
I mean, it's cool to get it. It is cool to get it, but it comes in this little. It's a lot smaller than they used to be. It's a lot smaller. It comes in the box, and you get your generic letter that everybody gets. You know, and you're like, oh, okay.
I heard a story. I heard a story, to interrupt you. I heard a story as to why it's so small, Bruce. It's because of all the shorts channels that literally will get to 100,000 in a week. They were like, they were spending so much money on sending out all these massive plaques that they had to reduce the size of them to cut on costs, because they're not, poor Google aren't making any money.
No, not at all. Yeah, not at all.
Sorry, I cut you off mid-thought.
I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Must have been bollocks. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, 100. Like hitting 100K, it was just doesn't mean anything, does it? It just doesn't mean anything.
That's what I realized.
Because your views stay the same. Your views don't. I mean, it's had no impact on my view numbers. No impact on ad revenue. I thought it did initially, but no, it hasn't. So there's no difference to it. It's just that little pat on the back for you. Just go right. Okay, you've got it. Okay, keep plowing on. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. It makes sense, and that's the only reason I wanted it. I think, if I'm honest with myself, I was going to get to 100K and step away anyway. But then my brain had other ideas. I'm like, I've got you, Dan. Don't you worry. Let's go rip some tires and throw shit out the window. Yeah. I did try and get the channel back, actually. I did speak to YouTube, and they were immediately like, nah, we can't do anything. And I looking at the email now, it's quite cringy, because you could tell the crisis I was in. I was like, no, I'm begging you, please. Yeah, I think I remember writing it, like crying onto my keyboard, which is quite a pathetic sight. But, I was begging them, because I was like, I wasn't annoyed that I hadn't got to 100,000. I wanted to have access to those old videos, where I'd gone out with my mates, done stuff. Luckily, I've managed to recover some of the files, some of the video, like edit files. So I've been able to put a load of videos up. But yeah, I think that's what I was most upset about.
Do you not keep old footage then?
Stupidly, no.
So many people don't, mate.
Because I ran out of space. I had all these little hard drives. But once you mean like once I've actually rendered the file, do I keep it? No, I hadn't done, but I flipping do now, just in case I have another meltdown.
I've got about probably coming on 90 to 100 terabytes now of hard drives. Just I basically I'll buy a 10, or depending on how big that year's output is. It's normally anywhere between 10 and 18, 10 and 20 terabytes worth of files. So I work off of, these SSD drives. They're the ones that so when I go away on tour, I record footage onto them and I edit off of them as well because they're faster. But then I have a big SanDisk Pro 15 or 20 terabyte traditional spin hard drive.
Wow.
That I, through the year, once I've finished working on a vid, I copy all those files across into, we're in January at the moment, so I have a 2026 folder, January, and then I put all of January's output into that, and then when I move to February, create one in February, it all goes into there. So by the end of the year, obviously, you've then got 12 folders with hopefully all of your output and all of the content, all the content, not just the final vid, but everything that went into making that. So all the helmet cam, cockpit cam, drone, it's all there. And I just keep it because I in my head, I'm like, I might need that one day. So, it costs £400 or £500 to buy the, say a 10 to 15 terabyte hard drive. And then that's that for the year. It just goes in there and I just file that away. So that's how I do it.
What I'm hearing here is that you're organised, and that is not me. I'm absolute chaos. Like, it's chaos up there, so that's how I am. I'm just a mess. I think if you saw my editing style, you'd be like, it'd start to twitch. I think it's all over the place, but it works for me. That's how I am.
The way I am is like I'm looking around my desk in my office here at the moment, and that looks lovely. There's nothing on the desk there. Yeah, it's all pushed on the floor, and there's just a mound here.
You should see the floor just here. I literally was like, oh, which room am I going to do it in tonight? Yeah, just chucked it all on the floor. Yeah,
but that screws with my head because if I'm surrounded by mess, my head's messed. Like I find it really hard to focus. I find it the older I'm getting, I'm finding it harder and harder and harder to focus on something and see it through. I used to be brilliant at shutting everything out, and I could just laser focused, get it done. Now, God, I don't know why. I'll be sat here editing, and then there'll be like a bing, and I've got an email that's come through. Oh, what's that? I've checked the email, and the next thing you're on blooming your phone, having a look at socials, and somebody comments on YouTube. Like I think I know what I need to do. I need to just switch everything off, put everything on a do not disturb and focus. But I just find it really hard when I've got mess round about me. I just can't cope with it. I have to sort all that out first.
I can definitely work with mess around me because not dirty, but like untidy. I can work with that. But the whole distraction thing is I think since social media, it's got worse. For me, I mean, like I can't concentrate. So I'll be editing a video, and like if I get a minute of edited footage, it's a miracle because I'll be like, right, I need to go into Lightroom to find an image that I've got to relate to the bit I've just talked about in the video. So I'll go into Lightroom, and I'll go back like a year or something. I'll be like, oh, that's a nice picture. Oh, look at that picture. And then there'll be a picture of me and Safe and the cat, and I'll be like texting her, and I'll be like, oh, look at this, and I'll be like, what was I doing? I'm awful for that, and I think that is this condition that I've got. But lean into it. But removing distractions is definitely, like, the phone is the worst thing, isn't it? If my phone's anywhere near me, I need to put it out of the way, put it out of the room. In fact,
I think that's probably why I edit my best, or I'm sorry, not my best. That's pretentious. I'm my most productive if I work through the night. So if I work till like 3, 4, 5 in the morning, because Seriously? there is no distractions when I'm doing that. My office is a cabin at the bottom of my garden, so I'm away from the house and everything.
Oh, right. Okay.
All I get is I have squirrels running over the roof and foxes outside. But like none of my mates are WhatsApping me. So that's not going nuts. There's very few emails through the night. Socials, there's not much going on my socials through the night. So I can just sit, zone in, and hours fly by because you're just editing away. But then you just turn into this nocturnal freak, it's like, because I'll still get up, I'll go to bed at 3-4 in the morning or whatever, and then I'm up at 10 to 6 to take my wife to the station, and then you just sit there and you're like,
zombie.
yeah, sit there, I'm not doing anything. It gets to like 1 PM, you fall asleep at your desk. It's, oh Jesus.
No, I couldn't do that late night stuff. I'm most productive in the morning. By the afternoon, I'm starting to. I have a thing, and I always thought it was normal, where by the afternoon, my mental. I don't know how to put this. What I think is true shifts completely. By the evening, I've had enough of YouTube. I want to quit. I quit most evenings, if I'm honest. I quit YouTube most evenings.
Do you?
Because it's, pretty much almost every night I'm like, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm done. But it's a pattern. And I've only recently started looking into why it happens. It's heavily linked to a condition. I'm sure you can guess what that is. And in the morning, I'm literally like a different person. I'm like, right, let's get at it. I'm up at 6. I'm like, right, get the drone out, get the cameras, and I'll go out and I'll film. And as the day goes on, as my energy levels dip, my dopamine level goes down, it's like my brain is trying to sort of protect me. But literally, it's like I'm two different people. So it's a real battle to get anything done. If I book a trip that's like 4 months away, I will cancel that trip 6 or 7 times before I go. And it's exhausting. Really? Yeah, honestly. It's exhausting.
Wow.
And people just think I'm flaky. But the problem is, in my head, it's like, no, I don't want to do this trip. And it's always in the evenings. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I don't feel like it. I feel sad or depressed or whatever. In the morning, I'm like, yeah, that's great. Let's go and rebook the ferry. Let's go and rebook the hotel. And it's just... But,
I'm the polar opposite.
Okay, yeah.
Like mornings, I hate mornings, and I always have done, as far as I can remember. Yeah. And it's normally 10:30, 11 before I'm coming to. Like even when I'm away on tours, I don't get up and do breakfast in the morning when I'm away on tours, and I just say to people, I'll see you at the bikes in the morning. Because I'll be there till I'll be the last one in the bar in the night, and I'm up chatting away with people, and fine, no probs. In the morning, it's just like, leave me alone until the first coffee stop.
You're a little bit grumpy in the morning.
Yeah, sometimes I might not even film in the morning, or all I'll film is, right, it's day 2, let's see what the day brings. And then that's it. I'm not talking, I'm not doing anything, I'm just monging out till I get a coffee in me about 10:30. And it's like, right, okay.
You've got a system that works for you. No, come on.
I don't know if it works. I don't know if it works. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
you're still going. You're still doing this gig.
It's not. I was going to say difficult. It's not difficult. It's weird how you measure success in this game, I think.
Yeah,
because you could say you measure success by subs and views. Well, in which case I'm not. Subs okay, I'm doing okay, but views I'm not a success. But I know I've got a tight community around me, through the channel. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a success. But then it's like, you do have moments, don't you, where you just think,
for sure,
what's the point of this? Or I don't, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. Woe is us, we're playing the violin here. But you do put a lot of pressure on yourself, I think. Like,
I would always say the YouTube stuff, it's, I don't want to say it's a hard job, but it is. It's hard. No, let's say this. It's harder than you ever thought it would be, but it's still a fantastic job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The opportunities that arise just because you're making shitty videos on YouTube.
Waffling away about bikes and crap.
I had one yesterday. I don't know about you, but I get so much spam. I get an insane, probably 100 spam emails a day, just guff. And I'll always just have a quick look. You have a quick look at the title, who it's from, just to, it's guff, just in case. Because occasionally there's a bit of gold in there that...
Sometimes,
crap. Sometimes. Well, it happened yesterday. I've had this company who's approached me, and they're offering like one of their big camper van type things. So they're offering me a camper van for, I think it was a month or a couple of weeks at least, to create some content around. Yeah, that sort of thing. But cool. More like a T5, T6,
cool,
VW
like
camper van type thing.
Yeah, VW. Yeah.
They do really cool, lots of different styles of them. And I was like, is this just spam? Is this just guff? So, you do the usual, don't you? You have a look at the email, where the email's from. Does that match up with the company they say they're from? Google it, go to that link rather than the one that they give you in the email, all that sort of stuff. And I thought, okay, well, it's a legit company. It's a British company. All right. So I replied and just said, definitely interested in hearing more. And God, they've replied today. And it's like, holy shit! Right, awesome. That's really cool. That'll be mega. I'm up for doing something like that.
Yeah, and it's different as well, isn't it?
It is different. Yeah, and it's like, my wife's over the moon because she's into all that. She's got a VW camper, but an old VW one. But she's been thinking of getting rid of that and getting a new style of van. So I was like, well, let's just bugger off with the dog. We'll take the dog and we'll just go off somewhere and do something. And she's like, but you need to have a bike in it. I'm like, don't think I do, because the channel's not just about bikes. I'm a biker, but it's about live your life. It's about getting out there and doing your thing, isn't it? Yeah, it just so happens to be that I do that via bikes.
Yeah, but, that sounds awesome. It's great to hear you get.
I'm going to try it and see.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, nothing to lose really.
But as we were just saying, that's crazy that an opportunity like that comes about because you just make videos.
Yeah, I mean, I remember sitting in a it was something like a VW Transporter, riding around Cadwell. Michael Rutter was driving. Hickey's next to me, and I'm like,
really?
And Mark Higgins was talking to me. And if you don't know who Mark Higgins is, he's the guy that set the lap record of the Isle of Man in that Subaru. I don't know if you ever saw that. Absolutely insane. He drove this Subaru around. And he's a professional stunt driver, and he's such a nice guy. And so many really high-performing people are really personable. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. But like you say, these opportunities, when you actually look back and go, actually, I've been so flipping fortunate. It's all too easy to get into the negative mindset about it. But when you actually look back and go, do you know what? I've done some cracking stuff because I put a GoPro on my helmet and ride bikes and talk bollocks. We're so lucky, aren't we? And that's how I'm really trying to look at things now. It's just, I'm fortunate to do this. And I'm fortunate that after deleting my channel, I'm still able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good on you. I have just never traditionally done the whole press launch thing. I've stuck my heels in and gone, no, I'm not going to do that. Everyone else is doing it. I'm not doing it. But I really have started to think to myself, you're missing out there, because you look at what other people are doing, where they're going, and just meeting the actual journals, the proper journals, and
some of them are having a look and legends,
seeing how they do it. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, well, people like Nevesy. I always hear that Nevesy has got such a high work ethic. It's like, well, how does he fit it in? What's his process? How is he doing all this stuff? And that's what I'm interested in, is how people are doing the filming, and when are they creating the content that they end up putting out? Because some of them put it out really quick, and I'm like,
it is fascinating to see it in person. I remember my first press launch was the Trident 660 launch, and that was during COVID, so that was interesting. And just meeting your heroes, there was John Hogan, Nevesy, Al Fagan, proper legends. And they, for the most part, they were all really, really nice people. There's always, back then it was a bit more, bloody YouTubers. Now it's so different.
Them and us. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that, and, heard some things, and there were some people who are still a bit that way. But I would say if you get the opportunity, do it at least once, because it is eye-opening. It's stressful, though. By God, is it stressful?
I bet. Really, what do you feel? Do you feel like I've got to perform here and I've got to actually produce it?
I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but the pace riding is unlike anything I've experienced anywhere else. It's blistering. And you think you're going quick, and then they're just like, oh, Dan, you're in the slow group. I'm like, what? I've got a lot quicker. I've got a much quicker than I never ride like that on the road in the UK. On the press launches, some of those launches have just been That is crazy. And you're following, like a lead rider will be an ex-racer. You know, and they're going around the corner, like the suspension's compressed and they're like, you've got the high-vis vest on, they're like, I better slow down.
He's still there.
Oh, Jesus. These guys are mental, but they're very, very good at what they do. And see, like Neevesy, for example, I mean, he's such a nice guy. He's actually the first journalist who really took an interest. And he was like, oh, so Dan, tell me about your YouTube channel. And I was like, is he setting me up for something here? You know, because I was a little bit suspicious. But he's the nicest guy. He literally was asking me questions like, how do I do this? You know, what opportunities do you get? And I've never seen him go for beers after I've been on a lot of press launches. He's never been in the restaurant. He's never been for beers. He's literally straight back into his room writing copy. Because
that's how he gets to work, though. Yeah, I've heard that a lot about him. Actually.
I won't say he has to. That's his choice to work that way. Yeah.
Well,
he's a consummate professional.
No pressure, but Neevesy does actually listen to this podcast, believe it or not.
Neevesy, you're an absolute legend.
Hi, Neevesy.
He's such a nice guy.
I keep trying to get him on, but
you should.
He turned around. He said, "I don't think people would have any interest in what I've got to say." Neevesy, come on.
Unbelievable. Because he got his job through a competition. He won a competition, and that's how he became a journalist. Yeah, it was literally like, I think it was MC. Yeah, it was MC, and they were like, you know, we've got a job going. You know, if you think you can do it, you know, I think it might have been send a video in or write something. I mean, he would tell it better than I could ever tell it. But yeah, that's how he got his job. But to listen to him say that he still gets imposter syndrome makes me feel a bit better, because the guy can ride, the guy can write, the guy can talk about bikes in such a way that just you gripped, you know.
Yeah.
And he's so humble and so unassuming. He's to me like that's how journalists should be. But you know, he's one of a kind, I think.
All right, Neevesy, come on, mate, please, just come on.
Right, come on. We've really blown smoke up your chuff there, Neevesy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't even worry about that 20 quid. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right, next question. To Bob Rocket. Another fabulous choice for a guest. Much respect to English biker Dan for openly talking about the issues many men have these days. Question 1 for you both. If you could give your 20-year-old self a piece of brutal honesty, what would it be? 20 years old.
God, what was that like? I can't remember.
20 years old. What was I doing at 20? I was living the dream at 20. I really was. Life was fucking awesome. I was at uni. I was playing rugby, working out a lot. So I was probably in the best shape of my life at that time. Doesn't say much because I wasn't much anyway then. But I was working the doors. I was just social. Wasn't going to uni, but I was having a great life. I was just loving life. So I think if you told me anything at that point, I probably wouldn't have listened, because I'd have just thought, it's not going to get much better than this. In fact, I don't even think I would have thought I just thought that was life.
Yeah.
You know, and then I met my son's mom. We had, you know, we were in love. Life was awesome. And then not long after that, I became a dad, and it was like, what?
Oh shit! Now I have to be grown up.
Yeah, this is different. What about yourself?
What would I tell 20-year-old me? Christ. Do you know what I was having? Like you, I was having the best time. I was in the gym. I was obsessed with bodybuilding. I had a lot of female attention. I was loving it. I was an arrogant twat.
Were you? I can't imagine
I was
you
an arrogant twat. I really was. I didn't know I was.
Really?
Yeah. I was cocky. No, maybe not arrogant, cocky. I was cocky and full of myself. Full of insecurities, of course. But, you know, I was really buff.
You juiced up, Dan?
I did try. I tried it. Did it for a bit, and then I was like,
most people did, didn't they?
Oh yeah, but I did it all the wrong way, Bruce. You know, I did it. I didn't know what I was doing. It was some geezer down the gym. So the gym I went to was called Body Zone. It was in Bracknell. It was run by a guy called Sid the Knife. He's in books about High Wycombe. He's in a book called Britain's Hardest Bastards. There you go. Sid the Knife, guy from High Wycombe. He's probably your height, black guy, dreads, looked like the Predator. evil-looking guy, the nicest man. Probably not always nice, but just the nicest guy, in normal interaction. But yeah, that's where I used to work at, and there was always like people, doing. do you want some pills for the weekend, or do you want some juice for just do chest and arms? That's all we ever did, chest and arms. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing else. Didn't do legs. What are legs? But no, it was good.
I remember
good times. Good times.
I was working the doors. Like I started on the doors when it was like old school Glasgow bouncers. They were the last of the sort of 80s bouncer crew. Lovely folk, but they did the door totally different to how it became. Like after about 94, 95, it changed rapidly, and it wasn't about big meatheads and boxers and hard men. It became more about being able to talk to people, a bit of conflict resolution, that sort of stuff. And then if it came to it, can you drag somebody out? Basically, you had to walk the walk at some points, but it wasn't all about that initially. Yeah, but I remember some of those early boys. A lot of them were on the juice, and
they're so angry as well.
Yeah, but you could see what part of their body they'd worked that day in the gym.
It was like veiny in
they'd inject into the shoulders and they'd just have like bowling balls at the edge there. Or the calves would be massive.
Yeah. What I liked about going to the gym is that I befriended all the doors people in Bracknell, Yeah. So that's where I grew up, and for the most part you went to Bracknell, Reading or Wokingham, and you always knew someone on the doors. So if you got on a spot bottom, they were like, don't worry, we got you. Or if you needed to score a bit of Charlie or whatever for the old Colombian marching powder, you were sorted. I literally did everything. I did everything under the sun. Oh, absolutely everything. I wanted to live life to the full, and I thought, I never thought I'd see 40. I didn't care, didn't think about it.
God, really? Were you? Is that the sort of outlook that you had? Just live for the now?
Yeah, I was very much just what was in front of me. Never thought about what was down the line. But, it's not always the best way to live, especially when you get into your 30s and things started catching up with me. So I moved to Ireland back in 99, did 2 years out there, had a job, just very unhealthy lifestyle, got into all sorts of mischief with bodybuilders and substances and girls. And I was going out with a stripper. She got me some work as a stripper. So I did some stripping for a bit. Good money, but when I got bit at a 50th birthday party,
hang on, Dan, rewind. You did some stripping?
Yeah, just like cash in hand, sort of helping out some lads, from the local gym. They were like, we need someone to step in, like this guy's called sick. And it was an interesting time of life, that's for sure. But there was this 50th birthday party we did for this lady, and it was a group of women, and I got bit and I had to go to hospital. And I just thought, this is a bit too much for me. I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm clipping this as well.
Jesus Christ. And actually, it was really weird because when you were doing stuff on the stage and you're in your little budgie smugglers and all the women are going mental at you, you could literally go and get changed and be at the bar. And some of the events we did, I'd be at the bar. They wouldn't look twice at you because you're not on the stage. You're still the same person, but they're just like, oh, can I buy you a drink? They'd be like, who are you? Don't talk to me.
That's the sort of reaction I get quickly when I give these talks, Dan. When I'm at like ABR and stuff. That's exactly what it is. So all these old geezers with beards throwing their knickers at me.
Pete English throwing his leather thong at you.
Yeah. Sometimes they stick.
Sorry, Pete. Yeah, that was It was a wild time. And then I came back to England, and then that's when I met my ex-wife, and I was not out of the party mode. That was an absolute train wreck. So we were together 15 years, got divorced, of course. But yeah, that was a train wreck of a relationship. She put up with me for 15 years.
What changed then? Because, no disrespect, but that's not what I get from your character now. You don't strike me as that sort of person. So what turned you from the person that used to be, a stripper effectively and living a high life?
I only did it for about 6 months.
Yeah, but the mentality, the attitude to and the confidence to go, I'm going to go and do that.
I wasn't confident at all. And I think if you kind of step back and look at it, it's the same sort of thing. I was seeking approval. That's what it was about. I got bullied as a kid. I was always small. I was, I'm not the tallest of people, as you know, Bruce. You giant.
I'm normal, so I'm just normal.
Well, you're 6'9". Yeah. So I got bullied.
I wish.
Yeah. So that's why I started the gym, and I wanted to, get the ladies. And I think that kind of is also the YouTube thing. Is you do seek approval, whether you think about it or not. You kind of, that's what you're out there doing, in a way. Maybe not everyone. Maybe that's not fair, but that's how I think of it.
Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe subconsciously it is like some sort of validation, isn't it? It's like tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm doing something. I suppose there's an element.
And I've been doing therapy, and that came up from my meltdown. I sort of agreed with my partner that I was going to do some therapy. I'd always poo-pooed the idea, but she was like, "This is non-negotiable. You need help." When your partner says to you, "I'm going to get you sectioned," you kind of think, I need to do something here.
Yeah, Christ.
Yeah, I think what changed? I think I've always been really wanted the approval, but going through a divorce, getting a bit older, screwing up my back, not being as fit and young and attractive to the opposite sex, I think that kind of humbled me a little bit, and I needed it, to be fair, because that young 20-year-old Dan was a bit of a knob. To be honest.
I know. Sounds great fun.
It was. It really was. Oh, the stories I could tell you, but just I couldn't tell you on this.
Please feel free. clip.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been frantically trying to run through my head to give Two Bob some sort of answer here, because I sort of body swapped that one. Yeah, if you could give your 20-year-old self a bit of brutal honesty, what would it be? Do you know? I think for maybe not so much at 20. But certainly by the time I was 24, 25, and I joined the old bill, I think that job then, defined me at that point. I let that job define me. I was Bruce the copper, and I sacrificed a lot of my personal life, family, friends for that job. You just put that job first all the time. And, I eventually discovered that you mean nothing to that job and a lot of the people within it. You're just a number. And that was like a big realization for me. Like, I think I wish I'd prioritized differently. Through all those years, through 2 decades of my life, where I was putting my family and friends second to my job, and it should be the total other way. It should be your family, friends before everything else.
Yeah.
I think if I could go back, I don't know if I would listen to myself, but if I could go back, that's what I would say. Get your priorities straight.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. I'd say, that this moment that you're living in right now isn't going to last forever. Be a bit more, be kind, be humble, But then it's difficult, isn't it? Because the experiences we go through shape our future self.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think I'm not a massive believer in fate. I'm not religious at all. I am spiritual, I'd say, but how do you define that? I don't know. But sometimes things maybe do happen for a reason. I mean, my relationship with my ex-wife, that was a car crash from day one, if I'm honest with you. But I wouldn't have met my current partner had I not gone through all of that.
Yeah.
So, life has a way of working out, I think.
Yeah, I've chatted about it a lot, especially in these last couple of episodes. I've spoken about this loads. It's just weird the way life just seems to... It's that saying, what's meant for you won't go by you, isn't it? It's like, if you miss something that life throws at you, you might miss it the first couple of times, but it keeps throwing it in your face. And it's like, okay, till you recognise, I think, and okay, right, this is the path I need to go down, right?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean, when I remember, so I had to sell my flat, the flat that me and my ex-wife had. We had a couple of cats, and I had to let her take them because I went from that to renting a room in a house, shared house. I was not in a good place. And I think that's when this whole kind of realization that I've got these other issues came out, is that sort of low moment. Because before that, I was like, this is brilliant, just mucking about and having fun. And then this girl came along to look at the other spare room that was in the house that somebody had just left. And that was Sophie, and that's my partner. And we've been together for 8 years, so, and she's 20 years younger than me, 19 years younger than me. So, everyone gave us so much stick at first, but it didn't it was never about, oh, she's 21. Ooh, I mean, there was a little bit with that between me and my mates. I was like, yeah, she's 21. But that's not why I liked her. We just clicked instantly.
When you know, man, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. But that was the first time for me ever that had happened.
Yeah.
In my life.
But I thought I'd had that before. I've got to admit, I've had a couple of girlfriends in the past who I thought they were the one, and it was like, it was just, they were awesome, healthy relationships. But I never felt the way I did, like when I remember the first date with my wife. And I remember, I've said this loads to my mates and stuff. I remember going to the toilet in the pub. I think we were up Covent Garden. I remember going to the bathroom, washing my hands, looking in the mirror and just going, shit, she's the one. And it was like, no, that's the end. It's like, that's the end of single life. Oh, bugger. Yeah. And I just knew. I knew straight away.
Yeah. It's very common, isn't it? I think that you just know. Like you say, you think you've experienced it before till you really experience it. You're like, oh, wow. It's different. It's different. Yeah, for sure.
21, you utter bastard. Anyway, question 2.
She's not 21 now.
Yeah, you've been together 8 years. Hang on a minute.
She's not 30 yet, but that's in March.
Yeah. Question 2 from 2 Bob. If aliens are watching us, do you think they're impressed, or have they already changed channel?
I think they're fascinated, like Car Crash TV. They're like, we can't look away because we don't know what the monkeys with clothes are going to do next.
Yeah.
Because that's what
imagine
we are,
if they understand us. If they understand like our language, and they fully comprehend A, what we're talking about, and B, what is going on this planet. I mean, it's the best form of Gogglebox ever, isn't it?
That
just
would be.
What?
You couldn't.
It's like traitors turned up to 11.
Yeah, you couldn't not watch, could you?
On acid.
But then I wonder if they're so intelligent, would it be like us trying to make sense to an ant? Okay, I'm just going to go and do the washing up. They're going to be like, they don't think on the same plane of existence as us. But maybe it's like that. I don't know. Do you think aliens exist, Bruce?
I can't compute that they don't. Given the size of the known universe, how can we be it? How can we be the only planet that has any form of life form on there? I'm
with you on that one. I think even in our own galaxy, the Milky Way, there's got to be. But it's just so vast. The distances are so huge. I don't think we'll ever get to visit them. What's the closest one? Is Andromeda, I think, the next galaxy.
I don't know. Closest
star to us is Proxima Centauri, which I think is 4 light years away. So if we could travel at light speed, it would take 4 years. But you can never anything with mass can't travel at light speed, because the faster you go, the slower you'd just stop. Time would stop. It's mental. Yeah. It's not a question. It's not a topic for right now. I don't think we need to get.
But I love that. I love talking about like aliens, ghosts, even like faith. You're saying there you're not a religious man. I wasn't, and I don't think I am. But I'm developing an interest in it now, just because it's like, I want to know. I've never ever read the Bible, so I'm currently trying to get my way through an audio. John Suchet, Poirot.
David's brother. Was it David?
Who's John Suchet?
Because he's got a brother.
He was a newsreader, wasn't he? David Suchet.
Yeah, it's his brother. Yeah.
Right. So it's David Suchet, the Poirot actor. He has done.
I remember David Suchet for the film Iron Eagles. Not for Poirot. Do you ever see Iron Eagle?
What's that? Don't think so. Is that some war thing? Sounds like a war thing.
It's a film about F-16, so of course I know about it. But I think people will know. They'll know. Comment if you know what we're on about. Anyway, sorry, yeah. Hercule Poirot, yeah, we know who he is.
Yeah, so he's narrated an audiobook of the full Bible. And there's something ridiculous, like 400 odd chapters of this. It goes on for about, if you were to listen to it from beginning to end, there's something like 18 days. It's massive. So I'm only on like chapter 300 odd of it at the moment. And it's like real heavy going because it's not.
Is it all like death?
The religion.
Death.
It's basically it's beheading, killing, and raping people. That's all it is at the moment. It's like everything that you see fundamental Islam like.
I was about to say, you sure you haven't read that other book?
Yeah, Islamic fundamentalism. All the negative things that you hear about that, beheading of people and conquering of people through violence and fear. And incest, loads of incest. That's basically all the Bible has been at the moment up to this point. And I'm like, where's the forgiveness bit?
Yeah,
and
where's the love? And
you've got to treat others how you want to be treated. That hasn't come up yet. So we've not actually moved into the Christianity side of it. Yeah, there's it's all about betrayal and getting one over on like if someone scorns God, he exterminates the entire city, it's like fucking hell. So
maybe it's a better read than I thought.
It's heavy going. It is real. I just listen to it when I'm out walking the dog, and it is real heavy going. But I'm going to stick with it. I'm determined because I want to. If I'm going to make my mind up about something, I think I need to know something about it. So I'll listen to that.
That's a fair point. And good on you for giving it a go. I mean, I've never read the Bible. I once jokingly at a christening when I was living in Ireland, I opened the Bible and skipped to the end, and the girlfriend I was with she was like, "Dan, what are you doing?" I said, "I want to see how it ends." You don't joke about things like that out there.
No.
No, she wasn't impressed. Didn't go down well. Unlike her, she did. Anyway.
Clips. I'm just finding as I'm getting older. I don't know if it's just natural, really. As I'm getting older, I'm like, well, what is the point? Is there a point to all this? Like, I just find myself interested in it now, and I wasn't really interested. It was just fuck it. It is what it is. That's my attitude before. Whereas now, I'm like, let's find out some more about things here. What else is going on? Is there anything else going on?
I mean, I don't need faith to be happy, to exist, but I don't blame others for needing it. It's comfort. I think it's a comfort blanket in a way. If you need that, then that's fine. No judgment from me. I found myself talking to my dad after he passed. He wasn't the perfect dad. We had a very strange relationship at times, but when something like that happens, you can't help but kind of go, and I've spoken to him, I've cried and talked to him. I don't know if he can hear me. Probably not. I don't know if there's nothing. I like the idea of there being something after death.
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out, isn't there? And I'm not ready for that yet.
Sadly, yeah. But then those people who have had near-death experiences.
I was reading something recently about that, where about 100 people had the same experience, where they were saying it was like it's the old trope, a room filled with light, but they were saying how their energy basically went back to this one whole, like all of consciousness. So it's everyone, all the people that had ever existed were in this one consciousness, and you just go back to that. I liked the idea of that. Now, I don't know how true that is. I've got no idea. And then, of course, people were like, well, that's not the experience I had, and kind of think, well, is it just a nice story? But I like the idea of it.
Yeah. But then what if your neighbour's a bit of a wanker?
You're like, fuck off. Can you keep the noise
all part of one?
Like, Jesus
you're all
Christ,
part of one. There's like no escape.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
are you wanking again? Stop it. Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm going to be spotted for choice for the clips for this one.
But this thing I was reading, it was basically saying like all the things like lust, anger, the human condition is gone, and it's just love and peace, which does sound a bit airy fairy, but it's a nice idea, isn't it? It is a nice idea.
Oh, man, I don't know what to make. I just don't know what to make of it all. I really don't know what to make of it all. Because
I think that's the right answer. Is we don't know. I think that's the big difference between science and religion. Is religion claims to have all the answers. Science just says we don't know everything yet. I like that difference, but I like the idea of there being something else. I'll be so happy if there is.
Might make a video about it.
We'll vlog it. Don't worry.
My sort of interest in faith has come about because I'm interested. My feed on socials seem to just get overrun with we're being overrun by illegal immigration, and we're being overrun by Islamic fundamentalism, and every town is now being taken over by a Muslim mayor. My feed was just getting full of all that, and you start thinking, holy shit, like is this true? Or so I start, you start trying to look at other things on your feed to try and change your algorithm so you're not just getting bombarded with all this pish. But it started, like, you'd read comments and stuff, and what kicked it off for me was people saying, Britain is a Christian, founded on Christian values, blah, 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 blah. And then other people were like, yeah, but are you Christian? You're not Christian. When's the last time you went to church? So can you say that we're a Christian country? And it made me start thinking, well, I like the values of the UK. So where have they arisen from? And it's like, okay, well, people are telling me they've arisen from like a Christian founding. I don't know anything about that. So that was like, okay, I'm going to read the Bible and just see, like, is that what has grown into what I think is my normality? Like, but so far, no, it hasn't, because all I'm reading in the Bible is death, people getting done over and taking children to be their blooming wives. It's like, what the hell? This isn't what I was. So I'm waiting till we get to the Jesus bit, I think, when it all changes.
Oh, he's not arrived yet.
Oh, no. We're okay. This is literally the first.
Is it Old Testament or New Testament you're reading?
It's everything. It's the whole thing.
Okay.
I don't think there's the.
I'm going to give this a go because I'm really interested in it. Because like you, I've never read it because I just thought I'm not interested in religion. But it actually sounds quite interesting in that there's all this violence. Because when we think about violence, beheadings, we instantly go to the other thing, the Islamic faith, which I think is probably, like you say, it's on your feed. You watch one video and then it's like, oh, they're all coming over to steal everything. Yeah. And I think we've got to be a little bit more open, and I want to help people, but at the same time, I love traditional British values. Yeah. But then, like you say, what are they? I think I know what they are from my point of view, but it's a great question. Where did they come from? What are they founded on? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I'm the same, and I don't want to be a bigot about things. No. I want my beliefs to come from like a qualified, educated position. And I don't think I can do that unless I know what the Bible's talking about. And then maybe once I've done that, I might go and read a bit of the Quran and see what their side of thing is. Because I've met loads of, Islamic people, Muslims, both here in the UK and abroad, like in Muslim countries, and they were lovely people. They're great people. Yeah. And I've met arseholes from every religion you can think of. So to me, it's not the religion, it's the person.
It's the people, isn't it?
It's the extremes of everything, isn't it?
Yeah,
as always.
Some of it is, but then I don't know. Do you get extreme Buddhists? They're just really, really nice. I don't know.
That's a valid point. That's a real valid point. Yeah.
I do. I don't want to get myself in trouble, so you might have to remove this bit.
No, I think this is healthy. To have conversations about this is healthy.
Isn't that interesting? How my immediate thing was like all fear of talking about it.
Well, this day and age, mate.
I think there might be something, and I have to read the Quran and the Bible to really figure it out. What is it about that faith that seems to breed so much extremism? There's something there. I'm not saying I have the answers. I have no idea. But I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
And like you, I've got plenty of Muslim friends that, past and present, that I've worked, and they've all been absolutely lovely people. But they haven't been the crazy extremists. Yeah. Interesting. But I think we're so afraid of offending someone which I think we need to challenge as well.
Yeah, I do. Like, sorry, go on.
I was going to say to say or to have critical thought, you have to risk being offensive. Otherwise, we're just all going to go around and go, I'm fine. How are you? Thanks. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
You need to, I think I need, I need my opinion to be heard. And if it's going to offend someone, then I think that's their choice to be offended.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And some people have made a living of being offended, for sure.
I think freedom of speech is probably one of the most important values that a society can have.
Yeah.
And we don't have that here in the UK.
I do not like the state of the things at the moment. And when our illustrious leader goes to America and says, we have freedom of speech, it's like laughable. You're literally putting people in prison for Facebook posts for years. The
most in the world. We have the highest rate.
And not only that,
12,000 people.
It's insane, isn't it? And where some people's sentences for what they say online is worse than violent crime. There's something broken there. You've got to admit
people are not even going down.
Broken.
They're not even getting sent down for violent crime.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous. Like how, and they turn around and say there's not enough room in the prisons. That's why they're not being given a custodial sentence. Yet you send someone down for ranting and raving on a Facebook post.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about this in a podcast recently. Lucy, what's her face?
Lucy Letby.
The Facebook post. Yeah, I mean, she did openly say people should go out and set fire and burn.
Yeah.
Okay. That deserves
Stupid
a
thing
punishment.
to say. Stupid
should you go to prison for that?
No, absolutely not.
Should you 100% get quite a lengthy what's the word? Like probationary period, and you've got to go out and do community service. That's the word I'm looking for. Should you get a penalty for it? Yeah, absolutely. You shouldn't be sent down for that. That's just ridiculous. In this day and age, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but people should have the freedom to say whatever they want. Because I want to know if you're a bigot or you're a racist, or if I want to know where you're coming from, what you're talking about.
I was literally about to say we need freedom of speech because it lets you know who the real crazies are.
Absolutely.
If you take that away, not only that, you're pushing for escalation. You're polarizing people, and you're pushing people further to the right, I think. And the people who are
exactly what's happening.
Yeah, and if the actual nutters, they're still there. The real racists are still there. They're just being a bit more careful about it.
Yep.
And I don't like this term, like the racism thing, or calling everybody a Nazi, or diluting what that actually fucking means. You know, my partner, she's of Jewish descent. They literally went through it. She's got family members who survived the Holocaust. And to just call somebody you disagree with a Nazi is just mad. And it's infuriating to me. Yeah. But there you go.
It's like they turn off that part of their brain, that logic part of their brain. It's like they're not making it up. It's there. There's footage of it. There's people who survived that, who are still alive today.
Oh, the deniers. Yeah, the deniers. That's
it's unbelievable.
In me, that's in the same realm as that flat earthers. It's like you just completely unqualified to say anything now. Yeah.
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 Right, since we're on this, we've done religion and stuff, and we're on that. What is going on in Iran at the moment? I don't understand how that is not. Like,
how many people
why is
died
that
now?
not something like 60,000? I think.
Jeez.
No, 60,000. I think was the latest, because the regime has just had to turn back on the internet a couple of days ago because they needed the internet, so they turned it back on, and obviously everybody flooded out with videos of what's been going on, and it jumped from I think 20 or 30,000 is what the initial estimations are, up to 60,000. They're basically saying the body bag. Well, they ran out of body bags, and there's just people stacked in the street. I mean, why is this not front and foremost on?
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It makes you wonder.
We've gone to war for a hell of a lot less than that. So
I also think
what is going on?
If you carry on with the curtailing of freedoms, Iran is the kind of country you end up being.
Yeah,
that's where we're headed. I think it's a slippery slope. But I think if it's unchecked, we're going to end up down similar
that sort of line.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's going to get there, because I really honestly think there is massive civil unrest coming very soon.
There's going to be a point, I think, where people say, no,
enough.
We're not the bad guys here.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of being told I'm the bad guy. Not having it anymore. Not me personally, but I think that's what people will say.
Yeah. I don't want it to get to that state, but I just can't see any other solution.
Did you see all the stuff about they're saying Russia's going to be a problem? We'll have to prepare for war. It's like, how's Russia going to get through the whole of Europe just to get to us? Like that? How's that happening?
And Russia has lost 1.2 million men during the Ukrainian conflict. 1.2 million. They're running out of people.
Yeah. Well, they're getting the North Koreans in, aren't they? They're getting all sorts of people in.
They've stopped that. They were using, I think they were from the Congo. They were using some chaps, some militia, from Africa. And I think they've even run out of them now. So it's like...
It's quite scary. I mean, I was watching it. It's quite
This
macabre.
is cheery, isn't it?
Yeah.
We go back to the strippers and cocaine.
Yeah. I was watching drone deaths, right? You can't watch it on YouTube. But because I was curious, God. I was like, am I seeing, like when you watch, I don't trust the mainstream media one iota. Don't trust them to tell me what's actually happening in the world. So I was watching all these drone deaths. I mean, that's terrifying. I felt really sorry for the Russian soldiers because they just looked like and those last minutes before the drone hits them and blows them to bits is the guys have no teeth. Some of them they look like they're 60. And I just felt like that's someone's husband, father. If you dehumanize a population, you can do anything to them. And
that is the thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you realize all these people are humans, they're brothers, fathers, husbands, sisters, mothers.
They didn't choose to invade Ukraine.
No.
The flipping mental leader did. I just wish we could get rid of him. Like, just take him out. Maybe one day.
I don't know what to make of anything anymore. I really don't. And that's a horrible position to
It's worrying, isn't it?
So you don't. I've stopped trusting my own judgment because I've formed opinions on things only for them to be blown out the water by some other bit of evidence that comes. But then a couple of years later, you find out that evidence was bollocks, and you're like, oh, fucking hell, where am I here?
I think it's good to be cynical of things, but that can lead to a different path, can't it? Being cynical of everything, and you then can get sort of not radicalized, but you can sort of, and you need to get out of echo chambers. I realized that I started to watch a lot of really right-wing stuff, and some of it I agreed with, protect our borders, you need to have that in place, otherwise you can't just let everyone in. But then it was
makes a country.
Yeah, and then I was a bit like, oh, they want to do what with them? No, that's not right. So I've always been middle, I'd say middle, maybe slightly right, but to a liberal, I'm a Nazi, basically, And I work at a place where it's very, very, very liberal, and it is sometimes you have to really just go, no, this is a job, shut up, don't say anything, just crack on with it.
Yeah, I think if you've been in a position, if you've worked in a role where you are exposed to the real world, you're getting exposed, and the old bill is definitely one of those, where you're at the coalface, so to speak, and you're seeing people for people, people for being people. They can't hide behind anything. You see people acting under raw emotion. And whatever it is, like that is what people are like. Once you've seen that, it does change your perspective, I think, on people for sure. Like I tend to find people who have very extreme liberal viewpoints on things. I do look at them and go, what sort of sheltered life have you had? Like, that's just not going to work. That's not what people are like. We're tribal. We're tribal animals. Like, when you have a collection of people together, someone will always be the leader. Someone will always become the leader. And once they're the leader, somebody else will want that power. So you'll get conflict resolution. That's just life. We're animals. Every animal is exactly the same. And
you've really got to look at the animal kingdom. It's ruthless.
Yeah, and you look at sort of the far left at the moment. I would say they're more right wing than the right is now. They're like,
it's interesting. It's like
direct
Antifa
action on everything. Yeah,
like Antifa, anti-fascist. They are literally fascists. They're going around all with the riot gear on with guns in America, and it's like, what the hell? You literally are. They don't seem to
see it when that's pointed out to them. They don't seem to see that, and you're like, can we just be people about this? Like. that other side, they're people as well. Can we have a discussion and a debate? What happened to debate?
But then I wonder, is the mainstream media deliberately polarizing us because they want us to, be divided? Because the minute we start talking to each other, it's like, well, hold on a minute. You told me that this is happening when it's not, and you told me this is happening and it's not. So then you start looking at the government and what they're doing. Is it smoke and mirrors? Is it do the thing here so you're not looking over there? What's really happening?
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but how many conspiracy theories have ended up being true? They're no longer conspiracy theories.
Exactly. It's like they're going from the same playbook time and time and time again. So
there's been lots of psyops, I'm sure of it. I'm sure there's been lots of psyops.
There's more going on here. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's
we
enough.
We could talk about that all night.
Yeah.
Motorbikes.
Let's get back to motorcycles.
Yeah.
Next one, Chris Murphy. Good on you, Dan. Like most things, better out than in. I know some days it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and 3 sideways. But a good chat with Bruce and a few of the questions should help the escape from the same shit, different day feeling. Sorry, no question from myself, just a hi and keep going to you both. Thank you very much, Chris. Cheers.
Thank you, Chris. That was very nice.
Mark Fulcher. Right, here we go. Hey, up me ducks. No question, just simply want to express how refreshing it continues to be to see people like Dan opening up and talking about the shite that they have had to deal with between Bru Time, Chasing the Racing and 44 Teeth, to name a few. It's good to see a community where blokes can communicate with no judgment. We need more of this in the wider world. We've got a lot of shit going on, but we also need to know that it's okay to chop onions every now and then. Anyway, enjoy the evening. Don't get too pissed, and shall see you all soon. Shiny side up, Fulch. Cheers, Mark. Nice one, pal.
Nice one, Mark.
Right, Zog D. I think he's got a question.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Zog D. Hey, Dan and Bruce, great choice of a guest again. Back on it, dude, 100%. My question, if no limits, there was a dream you wished for, what is it? Like a genie, one wish. So if you could have one wish, what would it be?
10 more wishes? No, I can't do that.
Why can't we all just get on?
One wish. World peace. That's one of those really impossible questions, because I'm going to say something that's going to sound so cliched.
Go on.
I wish people could just be nicer to each other, honestly, but I wish that could be a thing. I don't think it could ever be a thing, because we're like you said, we're animals, we're tribal. I wish people were just a little bit more tolerant of each other. I think the world would be a nicer place.
All right, okay. I'm going to bring this back to something I pretty much talk about in almost every single episode of this. Mm-hmm. See, when you travel, when you properly overland travel, people are like that. There's no I'm this religion, I'm that religion. There's no I follow this political path, you follow. There's none of that bollocks. You just meet people and like you interact as humans. Whether you speak the same language or not, they recognize if you're happy, they recognize if you're in need of something, and if you are in need of something, 9 times out of 10, complete random strangers will do what they can to help, even if that is just standing by you at the side of the road as a bit of company, or inviting you back to their home to give you somewhere warm out the cold, or some food or something to drink. Pete, that trip saved me, I think. That's
what trip's that, Bruce?
Fuck off. It really did. It made me remember that people are good, because I was kind of pretty hacked off with people after, a decade or whatever it was in the old build by that point. It was just like, we're just fucking horrible creatures, really. And traveling really, really flipped that on its head for me. So I do get really pessimistic with all this shit that's in the media and all this stuff that you're flooded with on social media. But it's nice that I can flip back to that and go, actually, no, I know we're decent. I know we're good. We're nice people. The ones in the top aren't. All the leaders are just scumbags, in my opinion.
What's the old adage? The monkey's in the tree. The ones at the top looking down, they just see smiling faces. The rest of the monkeys looking up to see arseholes. Yeah. Okay, let's. I want to change my answer then. I did have it. It's gone. Hold on. He was just saying how
he wants an Airfix kit of the F6173.
How dare you, sir? I've got that one. There's a lot of online stuff, isn't there? And I think we put far too much stock into what stuff online is telling us. I wish people would realise the power they had just by getting together. Because if you all join together, literally nothing can stop you. That can go either way,
brother.
It literally is, and we did allude to that earlier. Like, if enough people look at, we're going back to that, aren't we? Iran. But if enough people go, no, we're not having this.
Yeah. Look what you can achieve.
Yeah. You can do good or you could do terrible things. That's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
Be kind. It's a really airy, fairy answer. Just be kind.
That's what Richie Vida says on his vids, isn't it? Just because, but it's true. Like,
that's why I want to do more traveling, because I think that's really interesting to hear that. And you're not the only person to say that. But it's so easy to forget when you look at social media and what's all over social media and the mainstream media. It's just shoved down your neck. Negativity. Yeah.
That could never be, a truer word could never be said in what you just said there, in that the power is with the people, and together you're unstoppable. That is why they're constantly trying to divide us through, whether it's through fucking trans this, trans that, gay this, gay that, this religion, that religion. Are you right? Are you left? All of this shit is just to divide you. That's all it is. It's to divide you and take the power away from the people.
Yeah, to keep you divided.
That's
because
all it is.
They know if we all get together, they're fucked.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look at some of the massive demonstrations they've had in London. I know the papers, the news was trying to say, like that Tommy Robinson one, they were trying to say there was like 100,000 people there. Bollocks. When you watch that, like I've dealt with big demos.
10,000?
There was at least a mil there, if not 2 to 3 times that. There was lots of people.
Sorry, it was the other way, right? Okay.
Yeah, totally the opposite.
I thought they were trying to say, it was 100,000 right-wing Nazis or something. Okay.
No, they were really playing it down. And I was thinking to myself, if those people had come together, they could have 100% had a direct impact on the government. That's what I'll say. Got to watch
literally
for sure.
But
they didn't, because they're not these fucking dickheads that you're made out to think that they are. The vast majority of people there are normal people that have just had enough, but they're socially constrained because they know what's right and what's wrong, so they're not going to do that ridiculous thing. But you push people enough, eventually I think they will. So
they'll snap. Yeah.
When we don't want that, because it'll just be utter carnage. It'll be chaos. So, yeah. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, no, I
do not know what the answer is.
But I think we need to remember that we have so much power. We literally have all the power if you think about it. We are the entirety of the nation. If we all just decided, do you know what? I don't like how things are going. Nah, not having it.
Yeah.
But like you say, we get manipulated and fed this or that and divided. It weakens us. That's all it does.
I've never understood how the government can just turn around and bring in sweeping changes to legislation. It's like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't
voted for that. So how can you do that?
Like the whole thing.
Tell me that I have to adhere to it.
They're going to start. No. Have you seen the stuff about they want to? Again, this is once you watch one YouTube video, you get fed all this stuff. But they're going to start actively monitoring your phone. So like a client side scanning device, just in case you're a paedophile.
Mm-hmm.
So any message that you send will get scanned. I don't know how true this is, I'll be honest, before it gets sent, just in case.
So
you're telling me that's going to get abused?
The skeptic in me thinks they've been doing that for a long time anyway. America's been doing it since the Patriot. That's what the Patriot Act was in America. And,
they know everything we say, everything we do already, don't they?
Exactly. Yeah. And in order for them to use that as evidence, especially in the old bill, in order for them to use any of that information, it has to go to a very, very, very high level of courts in the land in order, and you have to have a lot of evidence outside of the evidence that's on the phone. You know, there's got to be a lot of evidence to suggest that you're already in that path in order for you to be given the power to access that from the phone. But they've already got it. They don't go, I think he might have this. Let's get this.
They know already.
They know what's on your phone. I'm 100% convinced on that. Yeah. So I think they're already doing all this. But I'm not saying that doesn't make it right in my head. I don't think you should be allowed to. But anyway.
Yeah. You start us off again.
Okay, now I know, yeah. I thought I'd rescued us back from that. We're back to it.
Two old white guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And another thing. Right, that's all the questions from the clan. Thank you very much, everybody, for your questions. Cool. Let's move across onto the socials. So Instagram. Cookie Bob, you've already replied to this. Cookie Bob, my question for Dan, do you think you'd go back to keeping your face hidden in your videos?
You son of a bitch, Rob. So Rob's one of my good mates. He's the guy that's always in my videos. We always go touring together. Yeah.
Right.
A rascal. No,
why did you eventually show your face? Why did you show your face, Dan?
I never... For how I used to think is that the bike was the star, not me. That's how I used to think about it.
And it's the polar opposite, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't really think that. And I didn't want to think that because I thought that might be a bit cocky and I didn't want to go back to being cocky, Dan. But they're right. People watch your personality. They don't really care too much about what you're talking about. They're there for you, aren't they? And I just thought, and I didn't make a big deal out of it. I think the first time I showed my face was an announcement I was going to the bike show, which is saying that out loud sounds a bit cringe. But I just did this video. I was like, yeah, oh, by the way, I'm going to the bike show. If you see me there, just come and have a chat. And that was the video I put out. And I didn't want to make a big fuss about it. Like, you know, some of the, not judging people, you know, because some people, you know, they live by that.
Face reveal.
Yeah, and anonymity sort of thing.
Well done.
Yeah. 0%, you see.
I know. It's not even had a beer and you can do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just thought, and even now I don't like being on camera, but I know I should because it helps you connect to your viewers. And another mental shift I've had is when I'm talking to the camera, I'm trying to remember that I'm talking to people, not just doing a spiel in front of a camera. That helps me.
Okay. Yeah. I think unless I'm doing a piece on like an active review on, say, a camera or I don't know, an installation vid or something, if I'm just out on the bike and I'm just talking bollocks, I don't think about the end user. I'm just chatting. I'm talking as if I'm down the pub with my mates. That's just how I do it. I just chat. So I'm just talking bollocks and that's it really. And at the end of the vid, it's got, all right, somebody might be watching this. Hope you've enjoyed it. See you in the next one, that sort of stuff. But I don't really, maybe I should put more thought into those. But when I'm riding, it's just mental and verbal diarrhea for me.
That is a more recent sort of moment for me where I've more thought about what does somebody... I've been thinking about stuff like, you know, the hook that I was saying earlier is what's the hook for the video? But also like what do I want this person to get out of this video? Like, yeah, I can do videos where I'm just like, right, I'm going to go and vent, talk about mental health. And I do that because, you know, I don't do that for sympathy. I've had some comments, oh, sympathy. It's not about that. That's of no use to me. If I can help one person think, oh, I have that too, I feel a little bit better, or for them to go and get therapy, that's well worth it. That's been worth it, you know, 100 times over. Where was I going? What was the question? I've lost my train of thought.
Showing your face.
Yeah, so
that was the initial question.
More recently, I've kind of just tried to think, what am I saying and who am I saying it to? Because for me, I find it helps ground me because I have this tendency of just going off on these tangents. And it just helps. It just helps me for how my brain works.
No, fair one. Next one, Hilsey. Hey, Dan. First of all, well done on being so open and honest about mental health struggles, and it's great to see you are back in a better place. My question is this. You and username Kate are my favourite bike YouTubers. Oh, thanks. Cheers, Hilsey. Thanks, man. Any chance of a collaboration, a road trip, contests or anything like that? Look after yourself, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Kate and I have said that we would love to do some stuff together. The problem is she's up north and I'm hours away down south. It's like 6 hours, I think, 6 or 7 hours away. And it's just not, she does it full time. I have a full-time job. It's timing.
Yeah.
We have said we're going to do some stuff at some point in the future, but for me, it's got to be something not just for the point of a collab, but what's the point of the video? And it's more from my side. It's the more thoughtful side is what am I offering the viewer from this thing?
Yeah.
Not just to go,
definitely.
oh yeah, I'm riding the bike with Kate. You know, it's got to be for a reason.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, there's got to be a point to it, hasn't there?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Kate's a good egg.
Oh,
Kate
Kate's
works
an absolute
very,
legend.
very hard.
Yeah.
Got all the time in the world.
Works her socks off. She really does.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, that's all the ones on Instagram. Next one, Facebook. Darren Biddleston. Not a question, but simply a big up to Dan for being so open about his struggles. I've been through similar and it's very hard. Cheers, Darren. Top man.
Yeah, thanks, Darren. Hope you're finding the help you need as well.
Absolutely. Jelly Bikes, I met Dan at Motorcycle Live a few years ago. Such a nice guy. I've only got one question for him. You might not think he's a good guy now after hearing this, with him talking about his cocaine and strippers and everything.
That was in the past.
Okay. Question. How does he cope with negative comments on his YouTube videos? My channel is picking up nicely. Congratulations. Lots of really positive comments, but when I see a bad one, it really hits hard. Any advice?
Yeah. It used to keep me up at night reading the one bad comment in 100. What I stopped doing is I've turned off YouTube notifications. Certainly at night. The last thing you want to do is be looking at a negative comment just before you go to bed, because you will take that personally. So I turned all that stuff off. I only dip into the comments or the community section when I set myself like an hour or two and go, right, I'm going to look at comments now. So that I'm in the right mental place to deal with it. And I know I'm going to get some negative comments. One thing to remember is like 99.9% people love your work. They love what you do, whoever you are. You know, Jilly Bikes, I've watched his stuff. He's a nice chap and he chats away. You know, his channel's like 18 and a bit thousand now, I think, subscribed. So he's done really well.
Good effort.
Yeah, he's doing really well. It is, our brains are just wired up to sort of hang on to that negativity. But then just go and look at the positive comments. Just look at them all and how many are positive. Of course, there's a flip side to this. You can't think about this another way is if you're in a swimming pool and there's 100 people in it and 99 people just all swimming around nicely and then one person does a turd in the corner, you're not going to be thinking about all the nice people, are you? I don't think it's bad to feel bad about people trying to make you feel bad. It's a lot of bad. You're human, but it's a difficult one. And I always look at it now as like, what is this person going through to have written this comment? Are they jealous? Are they insecure? Are they having a really bad day? You could make all excuses. Some people are just dickheads. They are. You're going to get them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Turn off your notifications. Don't look at them at night.
I'm not as charitable as you. I normally reply with some sort of Charlie uniform November Tango in there, and then just block them, and that's that. Just
depending on my mood, I'm usually sarcastic, but if it gets too much, I just block them.
Yeah, I have bet. I was quite well known for biting, and I would reply. But then you just get in. You end up in a tennis match, a tit for tat, shit tennis match. And why are you wasting your life?
And they've won,
bollocks.
And they've won, haven't they? That's literally what they want. They want, And I think a lot of these people want what you've got. They're seeing you succeed, and they fucking hate
jealousy.
It. Yeah. I think a lot of it is that.
I definitely try not to take anything personally as much as I can. I'll try not to take it personally because I look at it, they don't know me, so it can't be personal. If they don't know me, if they call me a fat bastard, who cares? Like, do they know me? No. It'd be different if it was, like family members or my mates who know me. If they turn around and say it, I know if they're saying it as a laugh or if they actually fucking mean it. And if they mean it, okay, well, okay, I am a fat bastard. Right? There's no hiding from that. But do you know what I mean? It's like, if people don't know you, it can't possibly be personal because they don't know you. So all it is just hearty words.
Yeah. And one last thing I would say is, if you read a negative comment and it's got to you, you've given them permission to do that. I think of it that way. Don't give them permission to get you down. Because sometimes that's just their aim, isn't it?
Yeah, or just ban them. Ban them from your channel, then you'll never have to deal with them again.
However you want to deal with them. Yeah.
Yeah, done. Just don't take it personally, pal, whatever you do.
Yeah, try not to.
David Guest, hi to you both. Great to see Bru Time back, and well done, Dan, for being so open and constructive about your struggles. Keep doing what makes you happy. One quick question. Motorcycling is very diverse, with people enjoying trips to the coffee shop, tours to new places, tracks, B-road blast with your mates, bike launches, etc. But what element of motorcycling would you both say is your real happy place, where you feel most like you? For me, it's the travels to new places, even if it's just some local roads I've never been down before. Cheers, Dave. So,
Bruce?
I really like being out on a bike by myself. And that's probably because I don't get to do that very often, if at all, anymore. I'm always either on a tour or away filming something.
Yeah.
So I don't really get any time just to get out and ride a bike anymore. And I do miss that. But then I also, and I really enjoy being out riding with my mates, and I haven't done that in years. Like my biker mates who I used to ride, my good mates that I used to ride with before the YouTube thing all happened, and you just get busy with all that. I haven't ridden with them in years. So I
do they still ride?
Yeah, yeah, they're out all the time. But I've just
do it this year.
I've never. I know. I've just never got to. Like, once the tours start, there's just no time. There's just no time.
But even like a morning, like 3 hours.
But again, you need to book that way in advance. So we can do it. We've tried to do it. Yeah. People got lives. People have got kids. Other people have got jobs, and it's just. We just used to ride at a weekend, or we were all in the old bill, and you could work your shifts. You could just work it around people's shifts. Now people have retired, people have now got kids or grown up kids, or it's just everyone's moved on in different places, and almost always it's me. It's my issue. Like I'm either away on a tour, I'm just away to go on a tour. I've just got back from a tour, so I can't go to my wife. I'm off out again, or I'm thinking to myself, I've got so much to do. I can't afford not to be here. I need to edit. So,
and doing it for a living, that's all that extra pressure, isn't it? Yeah.
What about you?
So it's the best. What's the best aspect of riding? Was that the question?
What's your happy place? Like for you, what is it about biking that makes you go, this is what
but there's so many bits of it, if I'm honest. I remember my first track day with Cookie Bob, my mate Rob, on Brands Hatch, and I got my knee down again, and I hadn't done it in like 10 years, and I was like, I don't know if I still can, I'm a bit fat, I can't bend like I used to. I remember getting my knee down, and I literally was screaming into my helmet with joy, just, woohoo! And it was just like, and I was just so happy in that moment. I was the happiest I've ever been. But there's lots of other times, I use motorcycling as well as a bit of a mood lifter. If I'm feeling particularly low one day, I generally find that just getting the bike, leave all the cameras behind, go out for a ride, just go down to my local cafe. It's a lovely twisty route. Not fast, just the sun's coming through the trees. That just makes me feel great. Just being on the bike with my thoughts. And sometimes it's not even the thoughts, because, biking can take a lot of mental, bandwidth, to think about, what's going on. But on a nice, quiet country road, that's just the best. In that summer, those evenings where the sun's coming down, the golden hour, there's that smell of fresh grass. It's a real
golden shower. Are we talking about your stripping days again?
Yeah, golden shower. Sniffing cocaine off of his butts. I never did that. Oh, missed out. I always had
never done.
Yeah, I always had. I don't want any of the other bits to get in. Any extras? No,
you end up with pink eye, wouldn't you? You don't want
that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wasn't that a show, Pink Eye for the Straight Guy or something? Anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Maybe on the platforms you watch. Channel 4's bad, but I don't think they had that.
Oh, no, it was on Euro. What was that channel where they used to have a little bit of
Eurotrash?
Eurotrash.
Remember
Lolo
that?
Ferrari. Lolo Ferrari
was awesome. Massive. Yeah, she's dead now, isn't she?
I was like, yeah, bless her. What a time to be alive. What was that? Is that 90s? Wasn't that the best time?
90s.
Wasn't that the best time?
90s. The 90s were awesome. I was just saying this to my wife the other day. The 90s were fucking amazing.
Didn't have to worry about all this.
Just the best
social
times.
Media. None of this.
No phones. None of that bollocks. Go out and make a fool of yourself. No one's taking any pictures or camera or anything like that, are they?
There probably was political discourse, but I just didn't know about it.
No. Because if you like that was in newspapers and on the TV.
Yeah, and I suppose people
just at set time.
But yeah.
Yeah. Your dad did that, didn't he?
He used to come home every day from his job. He was a BT engineer and he'd watch the news. So 6 to 6:30 was the news.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He'd always be angry. He was so angry after it. I know why now. Makes sense.
Yeah. Because that's life now, isn't it? There's no you're just bombarded with. The second you pick your phone up, you're bombarded with pish.
Negativity or just stupidity. Yeah.
But what I will say, I'm a big advocate for this now. Change your algorithm. Start looking at other shit online because there's awesome stuff. There's
interesting
awesome
you say that. So I started to look at busty midgets on Instagram. I looked at one. I'm not joking. So one came up on my feed and I clicked it because I was like, okay, she is a midget. She's really pretty.
I was trying to think of anything around about that, but it is literally busty midgets. Right, okay.
I'm a simple guy, man. And now it just keeps coming up. And every time I'm like at work and I'm like, it's as soon as you press the search button on Instagram, it just comes up with busty midgets. So I need to start searching for bikes again. Yeah. And
it's almost instantaneous. Like if you like something on your feed and then if you go to your search thing, your For You bit,
it's flooded,
it's all whatever you've just liked. It's incredible how quick it changes.
I'm going to do a quick test. I've got Instagram open. I'm going to press search. Oh, it's not too bad. It's mostly cats. Yeah, to be fair, it's just cats. It's just cats. It's all this AI stuff, isn't it? Like AI, like cats riding bikes and stuff. It's a bit silly. Oh, no, there's one spicy one. I can't show you that.
Mine is literally gym chicks, and ladies are quite well qualified. And I am trying to change. I tell you, I am genuinely trying to change my algorithm. Like I got into a death scroll the other night. I was up for about 3 hours. I was going to have an early night and ended up going to bed about 1:30.
Well, just looking at gym chicks for 3 hours.
No. I was looking at like the tradey stuff, like bricklayers and carpenters.
Oh, it's fascinating, isn't
it? There's a Sikh dude who's got this Instagram channel, and all he's doing is he's putting up the what do they call it? The drywall stuff, the boards of plasterboard.
Yeah, and
he does it so quick, and it was just fascinating. And I was watching all this for 3.5 hours. Just, next one. So that's all my feed was. And I think I must have looked at a Danny Spiegel reel that's cropped up. Now all my feed is just gym chicks. Yeah. Oh, well. Never mind.
Could be worse. It could be worse. Could be busty midgets.
Could be worse. Could be busty midgets. Oh, nice one. Right, next one. Steve Brown. Yep, not a question, but just to say, you guys keep doing what you're doing. We still watch good quality stuff. And great to have Dan back and his ramblings. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Much appreciated. Last one. Paul Cayley. A question for you both. Do you think YouTube could improve its treatment of content creators? It doesn't appear to give a shit unless you're Mr. Beast or similar.
100%.
Yeah.
They do not give a shh. I've literally experienced it, Okay, it was my own doing. During a crisis, I deleted my channel. They did not care. Did not care at all. And actually, so, it's Google. They're going to have backups, right? Backup archives.
That's what I was thinking. They must have a backup, surely.
So within a week, I was like, I've made a massive mistake. Can I get it back? They were like, no, sorry. Because the way you do, and I did do it slightly differently. how I did it, but you know, it's they're going to be there, aren't they? And they on the little spiel, it says if you do, as long as you do it within 28 days, contact them; they'll be able to recover it. But they said because I did this specific process, it didn't come up in my deleted channels. I don't know how I managed that. So I was just like, do you know what? It's gone. It's done. And I just left it. And then I was speaking to Safi Sprocket recently. So she's got an in with YouTube. And it's 3 months ago now. And she was saying the person she spoke to said, oh, yeah, some of your stuff is still there. But because it's been 3 months, a lot of it's gone. And I was like, I got really angry again. And I was just like, I didn't want to know that. Now, bless her, she was just trying to help. She was just being really, really helpful. But I was like, why couldn't they help me at the time? But
yeah,
there's that whole thing, you know.
Mate. Some days couldn't be asked, I'm sure. You know,
yeah. Well,
they either couldn't be asked, or they didn't know. They maybe didn't know how to do it.
They might not be human. It could be an AI thing. You know.
Don't know.
Hey, yes, I think YouTube. I'm sure you've noticed, Bruce. Views are down massively. Huge. Last year was terrible, really bad. They're gone are the days of you could put a popular Japanese video out, Japanese bike, 50,000 views guaranteed. Now you're not even guaranteed 5,000 views. You know, at the end of last year, when I still had the bigger channel, like some of the videos just did so appallingly bad. Some of that's me that people want different things now. But I was watching a video recently where it was saying the real estate when you log into YouTube and you see the real estate on your screen.
Yeah, I watched that.
So much of it is now shorts.
It's shorts.
So they're not promoting long form videos. I think that will change. There is pushback now. It's changing again. And I think people also want to see a lot more authenticity. This whole Mr. Beast style, bang, 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 with all the cuts like you were saying earlier. People are tiring of it and they want to see more, tell a story. What's the story here? Is there meaning in this video? Some human connection.
I've got to admit, when I go on YouTube now, it's almost always just on the TV. I don't often watch YouTube on my phone or not even that much on my computer anymore. It's always on the TV, and I find myself I want something. I want some payback for the time I'm going to invest in watching. Because YouTube isn't what it was before, where you could just, YouTube was like a novelty. I can just go on that and watch whatever I want, whenever I want. I can do that on TV now. I can go into Netflix, Amazon, that's what TV's like now. So it's like, well, and I kind of, I look a lot of the stuff on YouTube, it's all the same, especially in our niche and in the tech niche. They're the two sort of niches that I sort of gravitated around. The second a new bike comes out, everyone's churning a bike out on that because it gets views. I understand it. I understand why it gets views. And the tech world's exactly the same. Second, a new bloody camera comes out, boom, everyone's doing a video.
And it's the same creators, isn't it? It's the same people.
And it's all the same stuff. It's all the same stuff. So I find myself now, I'm searching on YouTube for new stuff, but I want something different from it. Like I want to learn something. I'm trying to use it more as an educational tool. So I'm watching a lot of historical channels. Tell me about this. Or I'm also watching like the Y-Files. Do you watch that?
No,
which is like flat out conspiracy and all this.
I love all that stuff.
It's mental. It talks about all sorts of stuff from ancient Egypt through to Bigfoot shot JFK or something like, it's all sorts of stuff. But it's really good. It's called the Y-Files.
The Y-Files, okay, yeah.
He's an older guy, sort of my age, our age, maybe the next decade in, actually, in his 50s. And he has like a cartoon goldfish. Don't let that put you off. But
I have accidentally watched some of that stuff. Yeah, I think I watched a short version of it.
Right. Okay.
And the fish talks back, doesn't it?
Yeah, with like a New York accent or something.
That's it. Yeah, I have watched. Yeah,
but it is good. They're normally about 25 to 35 minutes long. But I enjoy that sort of stuff. So that's the sort of shit I'm watching now.
I think why I watch
something back from it.
At the moment, I'm watching a lot of smaller channels because I'm finding that they're just more interesting. Some of them are very different. Star Talk, there's it's a podcast, but they snip it up into like 10-minute videos with Neil deGrasse Tyson, Brian Cox. And the main host is this guy, and he's so funny. He's like the one that's not very as nerdy as the rest of them, and he's really funny. He makes like Neil deGrasse Tyson laugh out loud, but they talk about mental things like black holes and stars.
Yeah,
and it's just,
I love all that.
I love learning. And they had this video about Uranus, which is just funny in itself, but called Uranus, and it's got 28 moons. Didn't know that. Yeah, and it's just fascinating. Like you say, I think that's more educational, isn't it? And I watch stuff about work, my IT stuff. It's really, really good for that education stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting into some editing videos, like proper editors, like Hollywood editors, and just it's not so much how to edit, because editing's editing, isn't it? It's I think we all, if you can edit a vid, we all know the fundamentals of it. But I like listening to their reasoning, their decision making as to why they did that cut or they used that shot, or like the sound effects, the layering of all of the thought processes that are going into it. That's what I'm really enjoying. Like getting into that, because I think I've not put too much thought. Well, I think maybe I have just subliminal. I wasn't really aware that I was. I wasn't aware I was making those decisions, but I obviously was. But it's nice to watch like a proper professional, a true artist, and listen to their decision process on things. So, I like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I found myself watching filmmaking videos because it's something I want to be better at. And videos like the 9 shots you'll only need to tell a story, and it's like fascinating. And you think, oh, I know all this, and you're just like, oh, okay, that's why that happens, and what it tells you. Like you say, subconsciously, it tells you something. Or a certain shot, a wide shot, then an establishing shot, then a close in. It's fascinating stuff. Yeah. And
then you start watching like major Hollywood films, and you're like, oh yeah, there's that shot.
There it is. There's that shot. The 180-degree rule, where they don't go around. There's 2 people. They will never go around the other side of them because of that rule. And it's in all of film and TV. It's fascinating. And there are all little mistakes which we would make. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You would make, and for whatever reason that your content doesn't do particularly well. And it's probably because we've broken the experience.
Yeah, we've broken that rule.
We've broken these little rules. Yeah. Interesting.
But then sometimes
watch a filmmaking video.
Yeah. But then sometimes it's good to break rules.
Yeah.
Do it in a way that is meaningful, but you can get to define what that is. Which is cool.
That's what I loved about Casey Neistat. Did you watch Casey's stuff?
I watched probably every video he's ever made.
Yeah, same.
What?
Because his stuff was just totally different to YouTube, wasn't it? It was Hollywood. It was Hollywood filming and editing techniques.
But daily.
But even he would. Yeah, but he would break. Sometimes he would break the established rules.
Yeah, and talk to the camera and
all sorts
down.
Of stuff.
It's all the wild camera shots, and like he goes for a run, and it's like he's got all his gear with him. Like, you absolute nutcase, but it worked. Did you see the video where he was talking about he didn't have YouTube monetization on for ages?
Yeah.
Then he turned it on, and it was like, $6,000. The next month, $16,000, and it was like the next month, 64,000. He was like, oh boy, I'm in trouble here. This is it now. This is my job.
Yeah. He was like 3 or 4 years into it.
It was a long time.
Where he had way over 1 million subs. He had like 4 or 5 million subs.
Because for him it was about the love of it. It was the love of making it, which is the right reason to get into this game. Don't get into this for money. Do not get into this for money.
What I'm particularly impressed at with people like him and folk like Peter McKinnon and those sort of people, they manage to make a vid and tell a complete story in like under 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like some of Casey's vids are 6 to 8 minutes long, but you watch it and you've
gone through the whole arc.
Yeah,
haven't you?
Yeah.
And that's what these people are really good at: storytelling.
Yeah. And I've tried that, but I've just about finished the intro and I'm 6 minutes in. You're like, oh shit.
I do think our niche doesn't lend itself well to that form sometimes.
I've tried it. I've tried to do like a 10-minute vid, or say even a sub 15-minute vid. And all you get is people going, oh, it's good vid, but I wanted it longer, or I want more. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I was alluding to stuff earlier. The video I'm making is going to be less than 10 minutes long, but it's going to be the video that's taken me the longest to make, because the story, the thought behind it and the shots, and it's taking. But this is what I wanted to do. This is what YouTube was for me. Tell this story, make this video. And if I could make this one video and I never make anything again, I'll be well happy.
Awesome, man. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I've put a lot of pressure on myself now, haven't I? But in other ways, I haven't, because it will be out when it's out. It's not. Yeah, exactly. There's no deadline. It's not a new bike that I need to get this video out, because it's a video that will be relatable 50 years from now.
Yeah,
and it's a personal video. It's a message, and you'll see at some point whenever it's out.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing it, Paul. Definitely. Yeah. Right, mate, that's 2.5 hours.
Jeez, that's gone quick.
I'm in need of a pee soon.
Yeah, me too. And some food.
Is that as well. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you would like to cover?
I would like to touch on the mental health stuff and just how many people have reached out. That's been fantastic.
Floor's yours, mate. On you go.
So, what really surprised me after I did the whole quitting YouTube is that the amount of people that reached out to me saying they've been through similar stuff, I was absolutely shocked. That one, people gave a shit, because I just thought, I'm just some dude who rides a bike and waffles and tries to remember tech specs. And two, there's that many people out there that are having the same issue, and I felt like I want to help. I want to do something to help these people. I don't know what that is yet, but there's going to be stuff in the works that hopefully I can make a difference. Because like I said earlier, if I can help, if one person can watch a video I do and it inspires them to either go and ride a motorcycle or get the help they need, then that's been worth it. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's reached out to me. It meant so much. And it's bikes help. Ride a bike, it'll make you feel better. And going for a walk, actually. Have you found that as well? Walking's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, exercise. I know it's rich coming from a fat old bloke, but when I do manage to get my fat ass on that rower, which is just there, when I manage to get my ass on that rower, I feel infinitely better after it. I would rather hammer my scrotum through a granite block than row in the mornings. Yeah. But once I've got my ass on there and I've done it, I feel so much better.
That euphoria.
And that multiplies, yeah. As that you do euphoria. That time and time and time again, that you get a sense of achievement. Yeah, it's brilliant. So even if it's just take yourself for a walk or a gentle jog somewhere or just do something, move, get the blood going.
Keep it easy. Do a 10-minute walk. Start off. Yeah. If you're overweight, you're not healthy, 10-minute walk. That will build up so quickly. Before you know it, you'll be doing hour walks and you'll come back and do you know what? 9 times out of 10, you'll feel better about it.
Yeah, definitely, folks. If things are coming on top, I know myself, I've chatted a bit about this and had amazing feedback from people, and obviously you have as well, Dan, now. So many people are going through things at the moment. Yeah. And those things can be from the small scale stuff to just incredible things people are going through. Just reach out. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to drop me a line, feel free. Drop me a line either in a comment, info@TeapotOne. Drop us a line if you just need to chat. Just talk to somebody, anyone. Yeah. Just talk. Yeah. Don't let it get on top. Yeah.
Talking is the answer.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool and awesome to folk like yourself, Dan, that are out there and being open about it, and hopefully we can try and get rid of this stigma that.
Absolutely.
So certainly in our generations, maybe not so much now with the younger generations, but certainly with our generations, there's a lot of stigma around it. But we're all going to go through it at some point, folks. So just talk, get the help if you need it. Great. Dude, thank you so much for coming on. It's
thank
awesome.
You for having me. It's been a pleasure.
The new channel, where do people go if they want to find out more about you and your content?
So it's still called English Biker Dan because I figured, that's the brand people know. So keep it. So literally YouTube at English Biker Dan, and also on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Beautiful. Links down below. Dude, awesome. At some point, we might actually get together and do something.
Let's do it
together. We keep saying it and we've not done it. But
we'll be 5 years down the line. Oh, we should meet up again.
Well, let's sort that out. Let's figure something out either this year or let's get it done, because time just ticks. I can't believe that's 5 years since you were on here.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Absolutely crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Right, folks, hope you've enjoyed this one. Make sure you give Dan a like and a follow and all that jazz. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, make sure you give it a like, a subscribe, tell your mates about Bru Time. Keep doing your thing. Look after those that you love. Get on out there whenever you can. But most importantly, live your life. Ooh-ah.